Mm. Y'all thought you wouldn't hear this voice again, haven't you? Haven't you? I just know it. Ah, it's all good. I miss being here. Hello. Hello, hello. It is August 5th. Holy shit, I didn't stream for I think a whole month. What the fuck am I doing? But it's all good. It's all good. We're all in a good, happy state right now. At least I am. For those who do not know, I did not stream for at least I think, two sessions? Or two of our normal Tuesdays that we would normally do. A lot of it was because I was stressed. I was stressed about a lot of things. I was slightly burnt out. Not gonna lie. I was very burnt out about D&D stuff, especially me DMing. Um Granted, when it came to playing D&D, it was like a no-brainer. It was all fine. It was just coming up with stuff to do for the players definitely was not the easiest for me to come up with, and it was to the point that I didn't know what to do. But so far, we've all had a time to get to figure out some stuff. I have, and I am not exaggerating when I say this, I have a boatload of ideas. I have a boatload of stuff. I basically have a good timeline for what's going to happen for the next couple of sessions. Um, so yeah, I think this is going to be very fun for the next couple sessions. I will let everybody know now. The next Tuesday that normally would happen, aka the 19th, there's not going to be a session. I have something I'm going. There is something going on that day, to where I am going to be seeing a concert. So obviously we're not going to be having D&D that day. So the next time we're going to be having D&D is in September. Holy shit, my throat gave up again. It's going to be in September. I think the first Tuesday of September, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the first Tuesday of September. Um, and that is basically going to kick off whatever happens after this session. So yeah, I guess I will say this: a little bit of an update for everybody. Um, Not too long ago, I got to see Critical Role live. So I'm very, at this point, inspired by a couple things that happened during that one. I don't think no one has seen it, so yeah. I'm not giving away spoilers, but I am going to say this. I am a bit inspired by what I was seeing. So yeah. Hopefully the session goes very well. I think it will. I'm very hopeful. I cannot wait for what's going to be happening. Um So yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that needs to be mentioned. Besides the fact this is session 15. I am on a roll. That's not the name of it. Don't think I said the name of it. No, 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 that's not the name of it. I'm just saying, like, I'm keeping track. I remember one of my sessions. I couldn't remember what number we were on, but I realized we are one number behind whatever I was saying last time. So it's not session 16. It is session 15. And yeah, I don't know if there's anything else I need to say besides the name of today's session, which is obviously you guys can see what it says. Oh, hi there. Yeah, I see that. I see that. I don't know why it's not showing up for chat, but I see you, Blue. I see you. I was not paying attention to chat for a second because it's not popping up right here. um, But yes, the session for session 15 today, the name is Who Done It. Ooh, big mystery right there. Who done it? I don't know. Who did do it? We're gonna figure that out. Obviously. Uh I think I gave the players a little bit of a hint. I think for chat, because the others cannot hear this, especially when I upload this, and I know Leanne's gonna watch this. Hi, Leanne, who plays as Octavia. If you hear this, this is the hint for chat. The hint for chat is death. That's the theme for today, death. I wonder why we're going to be mentioning that. So yeah, let me let them know that I'm going to be undeafening. Couple of seconds. So yeah, trying to think. There's anything else I'm going to need to do. Actually, I do know one thing. I gotta switch the music. I gotta switch the music to something a little bit more ominous. You know, got a little bit more ominous of feel. Obviously, I do also want to make this very well known. I don't make the music for these campaigns. I'm not that musically inclined. I can only play one instrument somewhat decently. So yeah, you have that. Most people would be like, "Oh my god!" No, I did not make the music. If you want to know who made this, his first name is Travis. I don't know how to say the last name. But I will leave a link to it real quick. Let me do that real quick. This is typically the person I go to for all the music I ever do. So yeah, I'm going to be showing everybody real quick. Oh, there they are. We have we have our Rex. Nice, yay! We love it. I love these players. Love them dearly. Send all the love you can to each one of them, please. Especially when we have Wednesday sessions. Because, yeah, I'm there too. So, yeah, let me undeafen. I have to give them warnings because I know if they're ever talking about something very important, I don't want Twitch to hear. So, yeah, let's go. Oh, I'm... Yay, there we go. And here. Hello. It has been forever. As I've told Chad, it's been forever. Yes. So much so that I think a recap definitely would be helpful for not just chat, but everybody. Okay. If I remember correctly last session, let me go to the slight bit of notes that I have. You guys rescued everybody. You guys were making camp, if I remember that correctly. And then you guys started making your journey back to Sanctium. And along the way, it was mostly smooth. Guys had a little bit of a issue with Spire deciding to charm shit. Okay, what's his name? Ravine. And that caused an issue, especially having Octavia poking her head out and not trying to look at the great deer, but trying to basically go and tell Spire, what the fuck did you do? But yeah. But in Spire's words, they did get you guys through quickly. Yeah, I know there's no music. I'm gonna put that on in just a moment, Blue Jay. I see you. But you guys were able to get through the village fairly quickly. And then you guys made camp a couple hours later after that. And during that, you all went to talk to Spire about it, going, hey, so, what the fuck? And Spire basically kind of explaining. Obviously, I sucked at explaining it because I forgot the questions. I can admit that one on that. That's on me. But they basically they basically explained that they have known about the great deer before and wanting to check on them to see if they're still around in a way of for, if I remember correctly, for the mother, aka Noxida, mother of Beast of Monstrosities, and oh, I can't fully remember most of that conversation besides Spire basically not really saying everything. But in the end, you guys kind of got a little bit of an idea of what was going on with Spire. And I'm going to assume you guys are not very sure about Spire at this point. Especially with those actions. But I think the last thing we ended off with was two of you. I know Orc was one. I cannot remember if the other person was Octavia or Elwyn, who both, I think it was Elwyn. I think it might have been, but like I said, it's hard to remember. You both woke up, obviously Orc because of being an elf, Evelyn probably because of nightmares or something relating to that. Lux, I can't remember. And you both woke up and was hearing talking or something like that. You guys went to investigate it and came basically face to face with the mother herself. And poor everybody involved in that one, but no one was hurt. Just a bit frightened because no one's expecting that. And I think everybody who was part of that was Ravine and Spire as well. I think, try to remember what happened with that. I think you all ended up going back to camp and sleeping, if not still staying awake for the rest of the day. I think that is where we had left off. Yes. That is the case. Let me make sure of a couple things. Okay. I'm gonna get this situated real quick. I don't want it to be too loud. Let's see. There we go. Hopefully that's just quiet enough to where it can be heard and not too loud. So, like I said, you guys are on, I don't know what day it is at this point. I think day 2 or 3. Yeah, day 2 or 3. And I think it normally took you guys roughly, let me see how long I put the original at. Okay, so you guys are now making your way back to Sanctum. You guys are following the original path made by the map that Ravine is having and holding and keeping possession of. And you guys are now all getting packed up, getting all ready to start heading back. Everybody's gathering their stuff, their items, and oh, I see Blue Jay. I think it's very quiet at the moment. I don't want it to be too loud. Because I think it can get a bit too loud at times.
But there have been campaigns I've been in where the music is just too loud.
Okay, I fixed it. I found out what was wrong. My desktop was muted still.
Valid.
That makes more sense now. Okay, so yes, you guys are getting everything situated, fixed up, taking everything down like before. Everybody's loading back into the wagon, but you do see say you do see Ravine is trying to kind of pat out the fire that you guys once were using as a campfire, like swishing it around, trying to keep it from to keep it from starting back up, or at least to quench the fire. And he comes over and looks over at Nyx, who is right next to the wagon itself, kind of keeping an eye on the wagon itself, just to make sure that no one's gonna try and come up to you guys who's not supposed to be there. And I'll say Spire's just kind of keeping off to the distance. They're just watching from their original spot. You guys were talking to them last time where they're next to the tree. But they're not sitting, they're just kind of standing. Is there anything you guys want to do before we head on back?
Oracle head up to the campfire and use prestidigitation to finish putting it out.
Okay. Yeah. You do that, and whatever remaining sparks and flickers of fire just vanish. They just go to gray. And yeah, you just see a small amount of smoke rising above you. I hate coughing.
Valid.
Yeah.
Okay. So after... Oh boy, that's a little bit too loud for me, actually. There we go. That's better. So, after you do that, and, like I said, loading everybody in, starts loud. Let me adjust volume. Yeah. As you guys are now all hopping into the wagon, you hear, some footsteps coming next to the wagon, and you just hear some small talking, and I will say, there's like no need to even roll for it. You just hear Spire's voice just going, "You guys good? Okay, I'll stand near the back, just to keep watch." You hear their footsteps go to the back of the wagon. And now you guys start making your way back to Sanctum. And as the day does go by, Elwyn,
Yes.
Mr. Nightingale, is he still in the chest cavity of the Skelly Boy?
Yes.
Okay,
He in fact is.
they're like, you have your wand still around, correct? Like usual? Or is it all of them?
Pardon?
Do you just have like the one that's usually close by, or do you have like all of them?
I've got him.
Okay. I would say you hear a little bit of rustling in the one that has Nightingale. You just hear some...
Bonula Jones.
Yes, you hear a bit of rustling inside, and you just see the slight movement of... I assume they have like shirts and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh.
They kind of have a uniform to make them look more like just nondescript bodyguards.
Yeah. You see, from Bonnier Jones' shirt, you just see slight movement as you see Nightingale pop his head out, the little skull attached to his head, and he looks around, looks over at you, and just goes, What's been happening? Was I asleep too long? Did I miss anything?
Well, that depends. What were you looking out for?
Oh, I just couldn't tell if I was asleep too long. I could have been part of something. You just see his little fist go up and like make little balls like fist, like he's like ready to punch somebody.
Aww.
I could take on some people.
King.
Yes, small king.
The best type.
And you just see his little beady. I think he had white eyes. I think I remember giving him white eyes or red eyes. I'll say red eyes. He's like small beady red eyes.
Hmm.
He's just like, well, I mean, I guess unless you guys handle them very well, then maybe it's just my luck. Or their luck. I don't know how much they want to have to handle me. He kind of just straightens himself out as well. And I'll say, in front of you, you have, oh, Who is he? You see the halfling that you guys rescued. And he has this shocked face that just says, what the fuck is that? And he kind of just looks at you, Evelyn, and just goes, what is that? Who is that? Rat?
It's a companion.
Huh. He's interesting. You don't typically see something like that. Like, what? And he just cannot figure out what the hell Nightingale is. He's just heavily fucking confused. And the gnome next to him just goes, hold on, I gotta remember. She just nudges his arm and just goes, well, maybe he's special. You never know. For all you know, that could be a very powerful familiar for someone. And Nightingale just goes, well, yeah, I'm powerful. I can do a lot of things.
Exactly.
I just need to find my master. She's able to release the spells that I can do. I could do so much. I'm just a little bit behind. And then the gnome just goes, see? You see that? He could do a lot of things. And what can you do? You just get lucky. You just get lucky on things. It's like, well, duh. It's what I am, Benny. You act like you don't expect people to just be normal. Or typical.
Formidable power.
Yeah. I don't hold magic in me. Like I said, I just get extremely lucky sometimes. In the case of this, I guess my luck helped us. But I would say for the rest of the time, Nightingale he kind of just goes and hops onto Bonelier Jones's lap, and after a little bit of time, he goes over to everybody's lap at some point, and especially torments the halfling by just staring at him.
Valid.
And just kind of like doing that. What is it? A snake thing? What creature does the like weird head bob thing?
Oh, like the owl thing? Of
Yes, that thing. He just does that to the halfling. Just repeatedly. And then just goes over to like one of the others and just chills there.
Same.
Heck, he even goes to one of the elves and he just goes into their pocket and just chills. But I'll say for the rest of the time, traveling is very, very calm. You don't have a whole lot of hiccups along the way. And you even get to the point where you notice that the ground goes back to that normal kind of dirt path that you're used to from the forest area, with a couple kicks from some rocks along the way that kind of makes the wagon jolt up a little bit on one side, slightly moving a couple bags or boxes over a little bit, almost squishing somebody once or twice.
Oh no.
It's okay. It's a little squish. It's a little bit of like, okay, that's on me. But you guys are able to make camp once more, and setting up camp goes very smoothly. Everybody's able to set everything up, and let me get over to here, and let's see. And as you guys are making camp, you see everybody still finding their own area. You even see the halfling and the dwarf. They make their own separate fire. You see them just kind of conversing with each other, talking about who knows what. It's very hush hush with those two. And you even see the gnome named Vinny. You see her actually playing with Nightingale with what looks like some long blade of grass as well, where she's just making him kind of hop up for it, like a human with a cat.
No.
It's very cute. And with making the bonfire, you just see Nyx come over and just start up some fire with her hand and just put it on the log, and just a giant burst of fire comes from it. Almost spooking Ravine a little bit, but at this point, he's gotta know that she can just do that if she wants to. And heck, it gets a little bit of a chuckle from some of the others. But let's see. Would this require? Yes. Actually, no. Okay, sorry. I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna do this real quick. For everybody, your sleep is very, very nice. It's very comfortable. You sleep of whatever makes you happy, whatever is good. Octavia, you, instead of having your normal dreams that you would have, whatever you typically dream of, whatever happy dreams you always have.
Yeah, real. It is sunshine and rainbows in that head.
Sunshines and lollipops.
Real and true, actually.
Instead, you get brought into this new area. It's like you're on clouds. Like sunset-like clouds, where you got the pinks and the yellows and the orange and the slight blues. And it's like you're weirdly standing on them.
Okay.
And as you're looking around and trying to figure out, is this a dream? What is this? You get a giant, a glowing figure, a very tall, glowing figure appears in front of you.
Okay.
And you hear this very familiar voice, actually. And she speaks to you. Octavia, the one with the party that rescued me. I have brought you here for a question or two, if you don't mind me asking.
No worries at all.
And she kind of actually shrinks a little bit so that you're not having to look up too high.
Aww.
And she holds out her hand to let you step on into her hand if you would like.
She does.
You step up and she brings the hand close to her face so that you guys are making eye contact. She goes, "You like to entertain, correct?"
Yes.
And from what I can see, you're very good at it.
Well, I try.
It almost seems like you don't truly have to sometimes.
She smiles.
If I offered you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, would you take it?
Well, it depends on the opportunity.
What if... Sorry, Discord saying Dizzle is talking but I cannot hear. Am I? You guys can hear me.
Yes.
I can hear you.
Okay. Well, obviously I don't want to offer it now. You seem to be going through quite a bit of stuff right now. But if you would ever want to, I think you would be a big entertainment for some of us gods up here. We don't get a whole lot of entertainment from mortals, especially ones like yourself, whose whole thing is on entertaining.
Well, I mean, I'd love to do that. How do I go from here to home?
Oh, well, it wouldn't be forever. It would only be a short period of time. And it's almost like what I'm doing right now, where I just pick your conscious up from your body, and you see her hand motion above you, and you actually feel yourself float up. And she goes, and I just take you up here, and you entertain us for a little bit, and then I would just put you back, and you feel your feet touch the bottom of her hands. It would only be like that. It's quite simple. Granted, your body would be in a state of, and she thinks for a second, like a coma, you could say. You would be fine.
Oh,
You'd be 100% fine. Your body would receive all the nutrients that it needs, since I'm the one who's taking your conscious from your body. And anything that happens here is not going to affect you in the real world. But I will definitely let you think about it if you would like to. You don't have to answer now. But if you
well,
would like
see,
to...
She smiles and she goes, well, you see, I'm a half elf, so usually when I sleep, I just trance. So, I mean, I suppose if it's just during sleep time, I could do it.
She stops for a second, and you see her head go over to the side. Do you look over?
Yes.
You follow her gaze, and in front of you is miles upon miles upon miles of what looks like clouded structure. And you can even see other glowing figures past that. And she looks back at you and goes, well, it wouldn't be an every night thing. This is more of a special event. We don't always go, like said, for mortals. We try to get entertainment elsewhere. But you rescued me. You and your friends rescued me. And I feel like, as a favor, I wouldn't mind having someone like you be seen as a host for all of us.
I like that a lot.
Well, like I said, I will give you some time. I'll come visit you in the coming weeks. I'll visit you once more. And if you still would like to, I will tell you roughly a time frame when I will be taking your little conscience. And you'll be in this world. And like I said, it's only for a short period of time.
Well, I mean, that sounds pretty reasonable.
Okay. And she goes and places the hand right next to the cloud and lets you step off with ease. Well, like said, I will be back in a certain amount of time. And I will still get your final answer. I understand you are okay with it now, but I like to make sure that people are okay with anything that we do.
Do not.
Well, if that's the case, and you see her index finger go right to the top of your head, and you are suddenly taken right back into a normal dream that you would normally have. Hold on. Okay. Someone was walking by my door. Let me...
Oh, no worries. Happens to the best of us.
Yeah. But as you are now taken back into a dream or whatever kind of situation you are in, the rest of the night goes very smoothly. Like I said, for anybody who typically just has a trance or just needs 4 hours of sleep, you wake up at a certain point in time and you go about whatever your normal routine is. And as the sun rises once more, and you see Ravine once again trying to tarnish the fire from not only the main fire, but also the small one that the dwarf and the halfling made. And as both are quenched and you see the smoke rising and everybody packing up their stuff and getting everything situated, I will say you all notice both the let me make sure. You do see the halfling and the gnome actually going up to both Ravine and Nyx, and they seem to be having like a conversation with each other before they do like a little salute and start walking back to the opening to get inside the wagon. And you guys start getting everything ready and inside the wagon, and you are back to heading off. And you do all hear Ravine just saying, "We're almost about home. We got one stop to make, and soon we'll be back in Sanctuum in no time." And you guys start making your way. And about halfway, when the sun is just about high in the sky, the wagon stops, and you feel someone get off, and you see Nyx opening the back door, and you see the gnome and halfling and dwarf both exiting out of the wagon, and they both wave everybody off, and they start walking in a particular direction. And you guys start making your way onwards. And like I said, rest of the way is very smooth. You guys don't have a whole lot of a hiccup at all. And soon enough, you start to all hear the chattering of voices all around. And you feel the wagon stop once more. And everybody starts to exit. And all around you is a decent sized crowd of people, all asking like what happened, is everybody safe, who was all rescued, is Spire safe, did you kill anybody, the whole 9 yards. You got a lot of people asking so many different questions, and you hear both, well, not both, oh, actually, yeah, you both hear Ravine and Nyx talking to different people, just giving them the rundown, like, yeah, we encountered people, we saved a bunch of people, everybody's safe, everybody's fine, there's no threat, so on and so forth. And with that kind of notion, everybody kind of dissipates a little bit, but you guys do see the gnome, Vinny, kind of walking away, and she starts heading. Where does she head? She actually starts heading off away from Sanctum, and they just kind of disappear after that. They're just gone. But for the remaining elves that were once saved, they kind of stand off to the side. They're not exactly too sure about what to do or where to go. And they're a little bit also nervous since this is not where they're used to being at. But sorry. Oh, I got it. Just real quick. You guys do hear, though, a bunch of movement, and looking over, you see the rest of the councilmen coming over, and they're checking in on everybody, checking in on Ravine and Nyx, and you even see Will going up to the elves just to chat with them, see how they're doing, and you even hear Oric. You hear I said Will, right? I think I said Will.
I think so.
You hear him speaking in Elvish to the elves. And you mostly just hear him, like, asking them, like, hey, where'd you come from? Are you okay? Do you guys need any medical help? And you hear them chit-chatting, and you overhear their conversation that they had with you about, Elteron, and you see the look on Will's face go from concern to them to a little bit of worry and a bit of dread is what you can see. And he speaks to them a little bit more in a slight hushed tone, but you can pick up on him going, who did you see? Was it a whole bunch of people? Demographics, so on and so forth, is what you can catch from their conversation. And past that, you do see Wolfguard going up to Spire, and he kind of crouches to get on their level because he's very tall and Spire is very short. And you see the two conversing together, talking about stuff, and he motions for them to follow to the castle, and all the councilmen, besides Will, all head back into the council, the castle place. And Oric, you also hear Will mentioning, do you want to come to the castle? And they all agree, and you see all of them kind of going to the castle. And now you guys are back in Sanctum. It's becoming less busy as of right now, but there are still a lot of people who are talking amongst themselves. What do you guys want to do now? There's obviously a couple things that can happen. It's just up to you guys on what you want to see first. Let me get rid of this.
Well, Octavia is going to kind of look at the other party members. And she's going to go, I had a very odd dream.
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Oh, she said, I had a very odd dream.
Oh, did you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, performing, but for the gods. It was very strange. Felt real.
Oh, jeez.
Like, it couldn't have been real.
Well, it isn't the first time we've caught the god's attention.
Yes, but it felt so fake.
I can hear the mic. Oh, wait. It's from Leanne.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah,
Test.
Testing?
I think it's a bit better.
the
Oh, no, wait.
Sorry about that. Testing? Testing?
Hello.
Hello, you're on my phone for the moment because I ended up my computer like hard reset, and I was like, I don't want to lose, I don't want to be out of the game.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Okay.
I can put them on my phone for a second. Surely nothing bad will happen.
Yeah.
The insidious mic feedback.
The insidious mic feedback. It's like we have other ideas.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think it's.
But yeah,
I think it's
is
okay.
it better? Is it fixed?
I think it's okay.
Okay. Let me know if it's not. Actually, Blue Jay, you're in chat. What's it look like audience side?
I gotta get rid of this.
I gotta not back CDM. I'm sorry. I said that and I was like, oh my god. Apologies.
It is all good. Okay. Okay, we can. Are you using like a headphones or?
Yes.
Huh.
You are on my headphones, but you're on my phone. How is this? If I put the phone closer, is that better?
I think it's good now. I don't hear myself.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I think we're all good to continue.
Wonderful.
Right. Octavia was talking about her weird dream? Question mark, question mark?
A weird dream, question mark, question mark. Which totally, for real, totally was a dream.
Yes, totally. 100%. Totally not something else.
Totally not anything else whatsoever. No
That seems
siree.
trustworthy.
Yeah. Did you describe your dream there?
She did. She explained that it was, the gods asking her to be an entertainer. Well, specifically a god that she doesn't know the name of.
I will let you know, since she did mention it was one that you had rescued, it was more likely the one that you guys had rescued from that pawn. I'm not sure if I.
Oh, she explains that.
Yeah. But okay. You mentioned that. Let's see. I will ask one little thing.
Of course.
If you could all give me perception check real quick. Just for a couple things.
That's a 19.
Oh.
That is a 17.
Okay. Good numbers.
That was a 19, but it rolled and settled onto a 3.
Reroll it.
Oof.
What?
Reroll it.
Reroll.
Okay. I'll use my sturdier die. 16.
Okay. Those are very good numbers. Those are fantastic numbers. With those numbers, you all look from where the castle is, and as you guys are making your little pan around the surrounding area, first thing you notice is the little board that you guys had noticed previously when you first came here. It is filled with papers to the brim. Like, you cannot even see, like, the wood, like, that's covering, like, the bottom. And past that, as you are looking, you look over to, close to where that tavern, is, where you guys were once at a couple days ago. You noticed and can slightly hear the sound of an argument going on between a group of elves and humans, and it seems like they are arguing with some halflings, like a good couple of them, at least 8 of them. And since you all rolled really good on top of that as well, when you pan over to where the farmers are, you notice someone just kind of being a bit odd. It's kind of hard to tell, like, exactly, like, what they could or maybe are doing, but you do notice them, since the thing that sticks out is not only is it a pretty warm day, it's not too blaringly hot, but it's kind of warm. They are decked out head to toe in dark garments that, if you are not able to handle that, would normally make most people sweat their ass off. And they're kind of there, standing kind of close to the farms. What do you guys tackle?
Sorry, what are they saying?
Pardon?
I'm sorry if you already mentioned it. Can we hear what they're saying?
Are you talking about the group of, like, the elves and the humans with the halflings? Or
Yeah.
the most you can hear from the distance you're at is you can just hear, like, the yelling. You can't. Well, since they're yelling, I would say from the distance you can make out a couple of sentences. One being, you caused too much trouble, you've taken too much. You even hear one saying, why do you hang out after dark all the time? And similar phrases to that. and you just hear like the halflings just kind of trying to retort back to it, but they're kind of stuttering, like they're not sure how to go about explaining half of the shit they've done.
Oracle head over to get a better idea of what's going on.
Okay. Edelwin, Octavia, do you follow behind him?
Of course.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. You follow behind Auric, and as you guys are all making your way to the commotion that's going on, the closer you get, the more you can tell that these halflings don't seem to really, I don't want to say fit in, but they definitely look like they are not from Sanction, as they have very distinct, yeah, they all the halflings are basically wearing similar clothing to each other. All of them are wearing slightly dark clothes, different shades of gray, blues, and whatnot. And they all have similar tattoos on their face. It's not known like what the symbols on their face could mean, besides each having like different colors, but some of them having the same colors on some of their faces. But you can tell, okay, these halflings definitely know each other. There's a possibility they might be part of something, but you don't really know. Especially for all three of you, you don't really know what these symbols are. They're a little bit unknown to you. But like I said, with the yelling, it gets louder. You are able to hear a lot more what they're saying, and even a lot of them are red in the face as well. Like, they are extremely pissed. And one of the elves looks over at you guys and just goes, "Oh, what you see? We've caused so much commotion that we have people watching us. If you guys would just not have come here to begin with, we would never have had these issues going on right now, to the point that we have these wonderful guests here who have been nothing but kind and wonderful to us. They're coming over and now I don't even know." And you see her just kind of like rubbing the side of her face because she's just so frustrated.
Would you
Valid.
please calm down and explain what your trouble is with these people?
Oh, you see her just kind of like clenching and unclenching her fist as she just kind of is trying to calm her down. And you see what you could probably assume as her husband, like, grabbing a hold of her shoulder to, like, calm her down as well. She's like, "Ever since these halflings, they came here while you guys were gone, we know they're the ones running amok here. They have been stealing from some of us. They don't pay their bills when they're supposed to, especially for dining in. They just get their food and they go. They don't even pay it. And then on top of that, oh, there are so many suspicions going on with some of them. And she's trying to, like, figure out everything that they have done, and her husband chimes in and just goes, what she's trying to say is, ever since you guys had left and these people came in, they've kind of have not been very kind to a lot of us. Typically when we have newcomers come in, they're kind. They don't want to cause trouble. And we all try to see the good in them, as we always do. But they have been causing a lot of harm to us. Like she's saying, stealing, causing a lot of damage to some places. Nothing to be like horrible amount of damage. It's nothing like that. It's like they're ruining like some of the gardens or the herb gardens, or they've been trying to mess with the farmers with trying to steal their crops and whatnot. And like she said at one point, we've noticed that they've been out later, and we just, with so much going on through here, and hells, there's even like there's a case of someone killing people. Like, we just don't know if it could be them or it could be somebody else. We don't know what's going on. It's a lot going on at this point. It's a lot of stress.
Well, don't you think they're likely stressed about it too?
Well, more than likely. And you hear the one halfling close to you just goes, yeah, and they're assuming we're doing all this. Like, obviously, I know some of my brothers have been causing issues, and I've been setting them straight. I've been telling them not to do it. But no, one of them causes one little issue, and suddenly all my brothers are suddenly bad people. You can't be going around doing that, you know? And the elf wife to the husband she's like, it's not just one of you. You always cause issues every day. Don't try to spin a narrative that you guys have been innocent this entire time. It may not just be you, but it's definitely him. And she points to the one with these intricate blue markings on his face. And she goes, and don't even forget the one next to him too. And she's pointing to the guy with similar markings but in yellow. And she just starts pointing at each one like, you've caused this problem, you've caused that problem, you've done this, you've done that. And she gets even close to one of their faces, and you see one of the halflings bring out a like dagger, and he points it right back at her and just goes, do not point your finger at me. You do that and I will cut it off.
Can we please not escalate this?
Well, we're not the ones trying to escalate this. Maybe we're just trying to adjust, you know? It takes time to adjust to a new environment. We're not from this peaceful lands. We're used to more rough and tough areas. Areas where you had to fight each other. Areas where stealing was normal. So maybe we're just having to get used to it. It's not our fault. But it's like, for the most part, you got the more typical stuff going on. And the one human that's in this group, he just looks from the halflings. And Leanne.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of feedback of,
Oh?
yeah,
How?
I'm not sure. I can, yeah, the mic.
God,
Better?
there is a lot. Oh, nope, no better. In fact, I think it might be worse.
Let me see here. I have an idea. Bear with me 1 second.
Okay.
Testing.
Hello.
Yep, that's
is it
so
better?
much better.
Yes.
That's literally fixed it.
Yay. There we go. But, like I said, the one human that's in this group, he looks down from the halflings and over to the elves and then looks back at you guys and just goes, it has not been very easy with these people. We've been trying to tell them how we work, how we behave. I don't know if they're actually listening to us. So if maybe you guys have a way to get it through their skulls, I don't know. We don't want to kick them out. It's not what we're supposed to do. We're trying to give them as much leeway. We do have some people that it takes them time, but this has been a while. I don't know how long you guys have been gone, but it's just, we keep telling them. We don't know what to do. We're at our wits' end. We've tried going to the councilmen, and they say they're gonna fix it, but they haven't. So we're all just a bit stressed is all. We don't want to cause any issues with anybody. We don't want any fighting. And he looks directly at the halfling with the dagger, and you see him just putting it away back in its sheath. He goes, all we want is everybody to get along. That's the only goal we have. And like was mentioned, there has been he's not sure how to really phrase it, but he ends up just pushing through. He's like, there's just someone who's killing people,
Okay.
Ah.
and we don't know who it is. We've tried going to, like, said the councilman, we tried asking them, but they don't seem to. I don't know if they don't want to help, or if it was because you guys were gone and the other two were not here, so they didn't want to make a judgment. But we're all scared. We're scared of what's happening, and we just want to figure out who's doing this so that they can get caught and we can do proper punishment to them, you know?
At the very least, I'll do what I can in regards to the killings.
I have a question.
Yeah?
Please excuse me if it might come off a little morbid.
Okay.
Am I able to gain access to the bodies?
Well, for the most part, most of those...
I assure you I have no ill intentions.
I do trust you. It's more of some of those areas are slightly blocked off at the moment. I mean, we could definitely find those areas again. I think, and he looks over at one of the elves close by to him, and he looks over at her and just goes, I think, don't you remember the one? It happened close to where your house was, wasn't it? And she just kind of goes, yeah, I haven't gone back to my home in a while because of it. I don't want to go back. I'm sorry. I can't bring myself. And she's just like, okay, we won't do that. Maybe I can figure out where it is. And just as he's trying to figure out, you all hear the loudest fucking scream. Like the most blood-curdling scream ever. And everybody's attention draws over to the area that it came from. And
Oracle will take off running in that direction.
I would assume everybody else is falling behind.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm directing all of the skeletons to follow along.
Okay. You all follow behind, and you guys start making your way towards it, and you even all see a lot more people kind of following behind you guys as well. And as you guys make your way to it, you come across one of the inns. Let me find it on here. You come to, let's see. It's very close to, let me see where it would be on the map. As you're going to the Scream, you are passing by one of the magic shops that you guys were previously in, and you even see the owner coming out with the most confused look, like, what the hell? And as you go past it, you make a slight turn as you are following the screams, and you see another grand bookstore close by, and you come across this inn. And it's a very pretty inn, actually. It's very pretty. But surrounding it is a boatload of people, all trying to figure out, like, what happened, what's going on, trying to see if they can get inside. And I would assume you guys are pushing past the crowd, trying to get to the door of the inn.
Yep.
You do that, and it's a bit of a squeeze to get past a couple people, because you're getting past, like, a lot of different groups of people, and you hear a lot of their commotion of, what happened? Did they strike? Who was it this time? So on and so forth. And pushing past, you get to the front door, and you are greeted by this tall, really. This is the first time I'm using this word. I don't use this word a lot. Out of this, as the DM, I don't use this word a lot. But you come across this handsome, tall red tiefling, beautiful horns, and weirdly enough, hoofed feet. And he's in this really nice, beautiful attire, like really nice suit. Like, it's sparkly. It's pretty. But instead of what could normally be on the face of someone who owns a business, which is a happy smile, you see the look of like sadness, dread, concern, but mostly trying to keep people away and trying to back people away. Like, no, don't come in, don't come in. You even hear him say that, like, hey, don't come in. Do not, no, I can't let anybody come in. We're waiting on proper people to come through. Just keep back, don't trample anybody. And he looks over at you guys and just goes, let me guess. You want to figure out what happened?
Well, yes.
And he kind of just rubs his temple. He's like, oh my goodness. Okay. Usually I try to wait for... I guess for now I will let you guys through. Just try not to disturb the scene, okay? Just try not to cause any issues going in. Don't touch the bodies. And he turns his back to kind of like guide you all in to keep anybody else from getting inside as he opens the door to the inn. And let me make sure I get the names of these people. I will say you guys will hate me for this one. As you guys walk into the inn, you are greeted by some very familiar faces once again. One that you recognize from a couple days ago before you guys went on your trip back in the tavern. You see the... Oh boy. Hold on. I gotta... There was an ad. Ew. Gross. You see the singer from that band that you guys had met. And you see the other tieflings surrounding the two bodies of the try to remember whose name I had used. Was it Coral and Cloud that I had used?
I believe so.
Let me go
That
back.
sounds right.
Yeah, let me go back and look real quick. I think. I don't... For some reason, I don't have that written down. Weirdly enough. But, yeah. You find the bodies of... of Coral and Cloud. If I remember, I think they were sisters, or they had known each other. Their bodies... Ah! Oh my goodness. Good thing stop falling. Their bodies just sliced to pieces. Well, not like full... Like they're not... Their body is still intact, but they have a lot of like marks on them from being stabbed. And you even see on their throat that they have it there too. And you see the singer hunched over their body, holding both of their hands as he is crying. As the other tieflings are standing around, some crying as well, and others not even looking.
Hello. Are you all right?
I don't know. I don't know what happened. We were just resting here for the night, and we didn't even hear them scream. We came down not too long ago to see where they were. We wanted to go on the road. We were gonna head up to Theabus, you know? To try and hopefully get big there. And then we just found them here. Oh, I don't know how this happened. And he looks over at you, Elwyn, and he just has these empty eyes. He is very, very upset. And you even see on his hands, like, he has, like, just their blood on his hands.
I'm so sorry.
I don't even want to even think about replacing them. That would be horrible of me to do. I don't. And you see one of the more taller tieflings just come over, and he puts his hand on his shoulder and just goes, "There was nothing that we could have done. We didn't hear them scream. We didn't know that someone came in. Even Warren didn't know that somebody came in, and he's always up. The man never sleeps. It's no one's fault. It's not yours. It's not theirs. It's not Warren. There is no one to..."
Is there a temple nearby?
Yes, there's a temple close by.
Anywhere that has people who are able to raise the dead?
I don't know if they're... Most of them are just simple worshippers of the gods.
I see.
Most of them just do the normal offerings for the gods. There's not a whole lot of clerics around. And hell, even none of us are clerics either.
Perhaps you could find someone.
There is a chance. I just don't know.
But for the time being. And I apologize for even asking this, but might I have access to them for a moment?
You see the singer kind of just look up back at you. And just goes, "What are you going to do to them?"
I'm going to ask them some questions.
Yeah, if anything, to catch whoever did this to them. That would be most appreciated.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you see him
In
gently...
exchange, I'll ask a question for you as well.
Yeah. And you see him gently place their hands on the ground as you see him step up and take a
It's
couple
not
steps.
them, unfortunately. Not their soul. But it has all of the memories that they had in life. If there was anything that you wanted to know from them, or that you wanted or if there was anything they wanted to tell you, I could potentially.
I think the only thing I want to know is who did this. Especially if they can give us a clue on who did it.
Of course.
I think that's...
Which of... Again, apologies for the crass nature of this, but which of them was the most perceptive?
That... I think that would be Cloud. She was a little bit more active with stuff, and she knew a lot more. And he even points to the one who is Cloud, which would be the one on
Thank you.
the right.
Thank you.
No problem. Okay. Oh. So you are doing the Raise Dead, right?
Speak with dead.
Speak with Dead.
Speak with dead.
That's the one where it's 5 questions?
I get 5 questions, yes.
Okay. So, as you
I
are...
whisper.
Go for it.
I lay my hand just above the body
Yeah.
and whisper a few words in Celestial under my breath, channeling an animating spirit into this body.
As you do that, you see her body kind of just float up a little bit, and surrounding is like this green mist, and her eyes just open up with solid white. She's ready. Yeah. I played a lot of BG3 and my cleric had that spell.
Teehee.
Highly fun.
Who was responsible for your death?
He was short. Looked like a halfling.
I see.
Dark clothing. Red under cloak.
Now. Did you see anything else when it happened?
Glowing dagger. Nothing else.
Did you say glowing dagger?
She said glowing dagger.
Did they say anything?
No. They were silent.
Did you see any other physical attributes of them that can be used to identify them?
Hold on, I'm trying to think for just a second. Strange symbols on his face.
Thank you. Finally. Was there anything that you would have wanted to, before death, say to your companion here?
Carry on. Hold our memory in your heart. Keep singing.
Leon.
Was that
Say to keep her memory in your heart. They said to keep singing.
you see the singer's face just kind of drop for a second. And a very small smile appears on his face. Cloud was always good with cheering us up, even when times were hard. I'm glad that she would want us to keep going. And I can only assume that Cora would want the same. Thank you. Thank you so much.
It's an absolute pleasure. I'm just happy that my particular skill set has been used for constructive benefit for once. For
You-
closure.
You say that, and for a split second, you see the singer's mouth open to ask a question, but then stops and just nods to the statement.
What would you want have asked?
I feel like it would just be prying too much. I don't want to ask too much of you. You've already done a lot of help.
Ask whatever you like.
Okay. You said that this is a first to use your powers for good.
Yes.
Did you use your powers for bad before?
No. Just not for constructive. Not in constructive ways. There aren't especially many.
Right. Well, I'm glad that you were able to help us.
Oh my. Thank you.
And the singer just goes over to one of the chairs and he turns it and then just takes a sit in it. Just goes, now we just have to figure out who did this to them. I don't know if they...
You've got some very useful information.
Yeah. I'm hoping that they're not connected to the others. It'd be absolutely horrible if they were. But at the same time, if they are connected, maybe if we catch whoever it is, it will all stop.
We'll stop it. swear that.
Good. And as the conversation slowly dies, you hear the door opening, and in comes Nyx, along with Wolfguard, as they enter inside the home. And before they are even able to get a complete sentence out, they look at the bodies and they're just both like, oh shit.
I know how assassins think. At least somewhat. They've been trained to, well, avoid assassinations. Look for signs. Evidence. Where was the scene of the crime?
You think
Are you
there,
able to take me there?
Peanut butter or anything? Yes, please. That'd be nice.
you think there would be any clues left behind? I mean,
I'm hoping for some.
Oh, so they heard me?
hmm.
Yeah. Good. And jelly? Yes.
Okay. Do you want to?
Leanne, you're not muted.
Chips left. I don't have my soup.
Do you
That's
want to
fine.
do an investigation roll for me then? If you want to look around and see if you can
Yes.
find any clues, go
Yes,
for it.
I do. Hold on. Let me just get stuff up. Oh, shit. That went way off. Goodness. That rolled so far. Wait a minute. I just realized.
What?
What the hell? P729 was a week ago. Right, investigation check.
Yep.
Right, that is... Is it...
Yeah, crazy. It's been a whole week. Also, I hit
That's
mute about halfway through, but my mom is
24.
really nice and cool, and she was like, "Hey, you want a PB and J?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!"
24.
With a 24. Holy
Yes.
shit! You get a. You get,
Good.
you get-
Good, I'm glad you're going to bed, Martin. It's time.
Oh boy. Oh,
Yes, I am happy.
so-
Martin, my friend, you can listen to the VOD.
Yes, listen to the VOD for the rest of it.
Yes.
You have an appointment. You have an appointment tomorrow that you have to get to. Otherwise, you won't get Universal. There. You won't get your money. If you don't go to the appointment, you gotta do it.
Doing chores should be illegal.
Yes.
But with a 24, when you were, I will say, you look around and you do actually notice something that, for some reason, didn't initially stand out at first, actually, is around the body of both Coral and Cloud is a bit of what looks like blood, but from a boot. So a little bit of like a boot stain that's walking around the bodies. And you see it walking towards a window. And looking at the window, you do notice it is slightly open. And even looking out of that window, you notice that a lot of the dirt around it has been like kicked up and kind of like made into like a little bit of a circular area, like this person was getting the blood off their feet. But
Ah,
even on top of that, with, like I said, that 24, when you go back over to their bodies, you notice that with those markings on their neck, it's very clean. Like, there's no slight, like, groove like that. It might have gone up a little bit. It is perfectly clean across.
Ah.
So, I will say, knowing that with the blade, since it was a dagger, this dagger must be well kept. Like, it is sharpened, it is always fresh and up to date, and very well taken care of. It's not a dull dagger.
Hmm.
And also, out of this little part too, like I said, put that 24. Next to one of the sitting, like the chairs with the table, you notice a little bag that is this very beautiful light blue with like what looks like a painted on clouds. And if you were to look inside of it, you would notice there's silver inside. There's a couple copper. But you also see a little note in there that says 50 gold, 25 silver pieces, and 3 copper. With the assumption, you can only assume, oh, the killer also took the gold, and not the rest.
I see.
So yeah. Do you bring it up to the others?
Yes. I also would like to check something.
Okay.
Is there anywhere that has obviously been cut by the knife? Other than on by the dagger?
I would say...
Like, any especially clean cut on anything, or...
like clothing or furniture or something like that?
anything solid?
Yes, actually. When you look back at the body, actually, it was really hard to see this because of how Cloud's horns look. I can't remember if I ever described what they look like, but they look like ram horns, but loose, like loose ram horns. You notice on, like, near the base of the horn next to her face, you do, like I said, you see the cuts on her face. You see that this person was trying to cut the horn off, but it was not working. But you do see that they got kind of far, but it's still sturdy on her head.
I'd like to take a closer look at that cut.
Okay.
And cast prestidigitation.
Okay.
Kind of recreate what the shape of the blade likely would have been
Oh. Hold on.
in physical form. Because you can make physical objects of quite low value that
Oh.
you can make physical objects of low value temporarily with prestidigitation.
Okay.
Hold on. Non-magical trinket or illusory image that can fit in your hand and lasts until the end of the next turn.
Okay. So you start to do that, and you start to get an outline of this dagger. And as you are getting almost the full blade part, and you actually are able to see what this kind of looks like, it dissipates after a while. But you were able to see what the blade of it looked like, which it looks
Right.
slightly not to standard to what most daggers look like. This looks
Huh.
slightly fancy.
Will I be able to kind of just recreate that from memory with the same spell?
I will allow it.
Nice.
So, taking that memory of what you saw, you start to recreate
Detective work.
You start to recreate it in your hand. And even though it could not make the handle of it, it kind of just filled the blank with like a random handle for it. And
To
you're
be fair, I'm not even trying to make the handle, so
yeah. But you are
all I need is the blade.
but you are able to make the blade, and like I said, seeing it again, this time not from your memory but right in front of you, like, so you're able to see that the blade was very smooth all the way around, but it, like I said, it had like a uniqueness to itself that made it stand out from normal blades and normal daggers.
And it was glowing.
Yes, it was glowing.
That'll be a dead giveaway, as opposed to the slightly unique blade shape. But can't have any stone unturned. Investigating a murder. Either way. We have a weapon.
Do you mention that to Oric and Octavia?
Yes.
Okay. For you two, you see Elowen just recreating the blade that she was once trying to make, and then obviously redid it again. And you also see...
You also have a potential motive or vice.
Yeah.
They took gold from a pouch. If this is a repeat killing, then either it is a serial killer with a desire to steal money from victims, or some form of mercenary with a mind for money. $25 gold was taken. Not an insignificant fun. No, not an insignificant sum, but also nothing life-changing.
That almost implies more that it was a matter of convenience.
Yes. Though at the same time, I doubt that this was an expert in the craft. It just leaves behind evidence and a clue. Not that I'm complaining. The more of those we have, better the chance we'll be able to catch him.
You hear close by, you hear Wolfguard speak up. Well, we were told about a couple others. we can take you over to them and see if maybe there's other clues left there that we didn't get the chance to look at.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
And
What do you think of this? As I turn to the other two in the party.
She pauses. I think it's very strange.
Strange, yes. Uncommon. Somewhat.
I'm afraid I don't have any particular insights, but I hope we'll be able to narrow down the possibilities soon.
Absolutely.
as Wolfguard leads,
And I would say that the weapon is more of a clue, more of a definitive clue than the identified race. As, well, someone who has experience in the past dealing with those who can disguise themselves.
How long, so, how long was the body, and she's trying to figure out, she basically asks, how long do you think it was, dead before it was discovered?
Are you asking the singer?
Yes.
Well, like I said, we didn't hear any kind of commotions. And even Warren, he didn't even hear anything or see anything, which, like I said, it's unusual even for him, but we saw it not too long ago when everybody heard me scream. That's kind of when we found out. We were kind of up for a while last night, so we didn't get a
Who
whole lot.
was the last person seen speaking to them?
That would be one of us. I don't know if it was me or one of the others.
Has anyone left the property, or is everyone still here?
Pretty much we're all still here. We didn't want to leave, especially since
I
I
would
was...
say call everyone into a common space, so that way we have a gathering of possible suspects.
Well, I mean, like I said, we're all pretty much here. Warren's the only one who's out there trying to keep people from coming in. Even he's
I would call
shocked.
everyone to a common space.
I mean, I can go get him real quick, and you see the singer go outside, and you hear his voice going, Warren, they want us all in here who was here last night, and you hear his voice just go, okay, I guess. Hopefully no one comes in and sees this. I don't even care about the business at this point. This is just, no one needs to see this. And you see him kind of crouch down a little bit to get himself into his own business, and he closes the door, and he looks over and just goes, okay, are we all being interrogated now?
Yes, you are.
Well, I would like to let you know, I did not do this. I do not kill people for reasons like this.
Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. However, everyone who was present at the time of the alleged murder, needs to be here to be questioned.
Yeah. Well, I guess it kind of does make sense, but I'm just stating it now. I didn't do it.
Again, everyone's innocent until proven guilty. However, we need to know who we're working with here and what the possible suspect pool is.
Well. And the singer just pipes up. She's like, well, I mean, your friend over here was able to kind of talk to Cloud, so I assume we got something from that. I don't know if we might need more evidence from some of the other places, or gods know what. And like they said, I guess some people can shape-shift their forms to be anything. Very fascinating.
Okay, so let me clock back in. Let me turn my brain back on. Do we have the murder weapon?
We have the
Shape of it.
Shape
I
of
have
it.
recreated the shape of the blade, and we also know that it can glow.
Is the murder weapon a discoverable item, or did the suspect take? Like, is it on the suspect's person?
yes. It is
Okay,
with the
and
person.
we have all the suspects here now in the room.
Yes, but Elowen.
How many people is that?
That is Warren, the singer, and let me get the others real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that is 4 other tieflings.
Okay.
But Elowen was able to gather information from Cloud that it was a halfling that they saw.
Okay.
Leanne,
Yes.
have you written down every spell that Octavia knows?
Yes. I
Does
have, okay.
Octavia know detect magic?
She does.
And what, perchance, could make a sword glow? No, could make a knife glow.
Maybe some type of magic.
Actually, wait, no, it only it only detects fucking spell effects. Blech. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Are any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any? It does detect non-spell effects. Holy shit.
I always figured it would detect any magic, just whatever.
Like, same for my personal interpretations, but I always thought that rules as written only affect... Oh, that would be dispel magic. That's dispel magic I was thinking of.
Yeah. Spell magic's just like, no. Do you want to do detect magic?
Yes, please.
Okay. You do that, and all around the bodies is just, especially in the wounds themselves, is just littered with magic. And let me look up the schools of magic real quick.
So the suspect, we know they're allegedly a halfling. Do we know their alleged gender?
No.
Well, do we know their gender?
I would say,
Their
no.
alleged gender.
I would say no.
Okay, so they're allegedly a halfling. So, we're the witness who said that they were a halfling. Is that the only witness?
Since Elwyn used, Raised Dead and used it on Cloud, they basically got the first-hand, account of who did
from
it.
the victim themselves, because
Yes.
this is D&D.
Yes.
That's what I thought was going on. I just wanted to make sure. Okay. So, what? Again, I'm so sorry. I'm clocking the fuck back in. What we know. Suspect is allegedly a halfling. What else did the victim say?
They gave a brief description of they were wearing dark clothes, and they saw a red undercoat. Like undercloak. Like, you know how some cloaks can have 2 different colors on, like, the top and bottom?
Yes. The
I can't believe
linen-
Horatio's done it again.
the linen, like the inner fabric and the external fabric. Forgive me, I gotta get food very quickly. I will be back in approximately 30 seconds, maybe a minute. But
I'm gonna
I
take
will
that
walk
opportunity to
back
pop
in and
out for like.
urgently investigate the shit out of this. Just give me a moment.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
pop out for a few Take that opportunity to pop out for a few seconds too. Hold on.
Oh, good. Then let me do this actually as well. Oops.
Hello, I am back.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
So, okay. Now that I'm aware, forgive me because, earlier, right, I was like, oh, this is an Elowin section. So my brain was just like vibing. And I was like, oh, this is not an Elowin section. This is a whole party section. So now that I have locked the fuck back in,
This is a
I'm-
murder investigation.
this
Yep.
is a murder investigation, and your girl knows shit like that very well. So, let's
You
get...
now have the suspects, a description of the weapon, and a magical way to detect where it might be hiding.
Precisely. So, I would like to cast Detect Magic to try to locate the weapon itself.
I will say when you do the detect magic, I'll say as you do that you see the magic almost like all around this space that you guys are all coated, like all surrounding in. And as you're watching it, you also see it over and even in the stab wounds and the in like the wound on the neck, you see it just even in the wound itself, and it's this really, hold on, let me make sure, very weirdly pretty purple green color, and
Okay.
you even see it in kind of going off to the direction that Elowin was standing once in, and you see it going over the window, like hopping over it. And if you were to follow it, you could see it going out, and it's kind of in between the crowds a little bit. And if you even try to sense it further than that, at some point it does stop. Like, because you can sense it up to... Shit, where was it? Yeah, I can't spell.
You're good.
Magic. You can sense things about 30 feet ahead of you. At about 10 feet is when it stops.
Who's there? Or is there anyone there?
You can't see. There's just a crowd of people outside.
Can I chase it towards them? Wait, I thought they all came into the room.
Yeah, everybody's in the room who was in the building.
So, then wouldn't the person who's holding the murder weapon be in the room?
You were told this person's a halfling.
Mm-hmm.
Every person here is either a tiefling, an elf, other tieflings, a human, a half-elf, or a changeling.
So the character who told the party that nobody left lied? Or accidentally lied?
No, the person that... so basically what happened...
Elowen is sweating bullets because she's realizing something.
No, I think maybe I may have got it confused. So basically, Cloud said that the person who killed her and her sister was a halfling. And there's no halfling around here. And that is who more than likely has it.
So it's either literally a changeling or the murderer has escaped.
More than likely.
Octavia's going to shake her head and she's going to go, "Are you sure everyone who was here is accounted for?"
More than likely. Like I said, it was me and the band. It's about
More than
it.
likely is an unsatisfactory answer. We are working with a time-sensitive situation, and if the person who committed the murder has left the premises, I need to know so we can chase them down.
Oh, holy shit. Octavia locking in.
She is.
I mean, I can only say more than likely. I didn't see anything happen.
How many entry... So you were near the door. How many door entry and exit points are in this building?
Well, every window can be open. There's many of them that open. There's only, like, I think one that isn't. And he even points over to the one that can't be open, and it's on the side behind him, not the side that Elowen was once near. He's like, that one doesn't open at all. And
Octavia points to a random NPC who most definitely is not the killer. And she says, "You, please go to every window and see if there is any visual damage from the inside or outside of the cells to see if anyone had jumped out."
you
Please.
you point to the one of the tieflings, the very tall one, and he just goes, sure. And he goes over to the closest window, looks at it, sees that it is able to open, and closes it all the way. And it takes a moment to find the latch, but he does end up finding it and latching it, and then continues to every window he can find. And then he comes back
Good.
and he just goes, didn't see anybody.
And there's no sign of clear damage on any of them?
Not that I can see.
She's going to look at him and she's going to go, "Apart from the windows, how many doors to the outside are there? I know there's the front door. Is there a back door or a side door?"
Warren speaks up. He goes, yeah, we have a back door that leads out, but it is only with a key, and you can't get in from any other way besides if you leave it.
So if the windows are untampered and the back door is locked by a key, then the killer had to leave through the front door. Who was closest to the front door at the time of the murder?
And Warren thinks for a second. He's like, well, My office is close to the front door. And he points over to where the desk is and he goes, it's behind that door. But I keep my door as open as I possibly can without it slamming shut sometimes. It's a horrible squeaky door.
Did you witness anyone or thing leaving through the front door?
No.
She shakes her head. I have a suspicion and worry that there might have been invisibility magic used.
I mean, if that's the case. And I will say for you, Elowen, when you were talking to Cloud, I will say a very weird thought comes to your head. And it's almost like you could see it through a different POV of someone on the floor, their hand outstretched as they are watching this thing opening the window that was first latched and hopping out and slightly moving it to be closed, but not all the way. And you feel the presence of a hand on you, but when you go to look, there's no hand there. Do you bring it up?
Yeah. And sense of presence.
Where?
Felt like it was right on me.
Is that so? Let me have a look. Auric will cast See Invisibility.
You cast the invincibility, and as you look around, you don't see anybody. I see you, Blue Jay.
Actually, there is one nifty thing I can do. Because of the imbued spell Mana Magic, I can cast it on Eluin and Octavia as well.
Ooh.
Excellent.
So,
So now for
you.
the next hour, we can all see the invisible creatures.
Oh, fuck yeah. Also, I have a question.
yes.
And you know how I've said that Octavia is extremely particular about using her gift, and she only wants to ever use it in situations that are of great danger and or life and death.
Oh boy.
I think finding a murderer who is quite literally possibly in the room with her would be enough for her to cave and use it. But if there is a more rational, reasonable way to solve this that you would like us, the players, to do, that is not Octavia brute forces it with charm magic, I will happily oblige by your vision. So I'm essentially asking, one, excuse me, would it be, is there a way to do this with what we have? Or are we on the correct track, effectively? Is what we are doing good, or do I need to have her go berserko?
You guys have a lot of information. Wolfguard is offering for everybody, because he knows the location of the other two bodies, and he is offering to take you to them to see a body whose killings happened days ago. Whether
So-
you get more information from that is up to
How
the
many
situation.
bodies are on the premises? I thought it was the two. Is there three?
Yes, there's the two in the inn, and so far it sounds like there are other bodies elsewhere in Sanctum itself.
Oh, so not the building, but the city.
Yes.
Okay. Oh boy. Now, I, the player, understand that because you, the DM, are presenting all three of these simultaneously, that they are connected. However, Octavie, the character, would wonder if these are two separate incidences, one being one murder and one being the other, or if she's dealing with like a spree killer or something.
Um, like I said, you are given the option to go see the others. It could either give you more information or it could do whatever. So far, like I said, you are being told that it is a halfling. I'll even say this for Warren. He does not have any weapons on hand on him that you can visibly see. Like, you don't see anything for like a holster of any size.
I mean, I am willing to... Ooh, do we leave this body to go look at the other one, knowing full well someone could take it and move it and hide it or do a billion... You never leave a crime scene unattended, but we're only a party of 3, and so it's not rational for us to leave one.
I mean, they've left the other bodies alone.
I know, which is insane.
There is no
We
police force.
could put the body in one of our bags of holding.
Good, but also moving...
Seems disrespectful, but it's an option.
It is an option, but moving it from the crime scene might deter investigative... Like, there's a reason you don't just pick it up when you find a body.
Yeah.
True.
Can I propose that we have Bonelier Jones stay and watch these corpses as we go examine the other?
Yeah.
Yeah, could totally do that.
That way we have a party member, technically, present.
Yeah, if you want to do that and everybody's okay with it, you guys can totally leave Bonelier Jones with the body, and you guys can go see the others.
Beautiful.
And just go double check that's what you guys are doing.
Yep.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you, Elwyn, you basically tell your little army over there to basically watch over the bodies, and even the band members take a step back and they kind of stay away from the site. And Warren just looks at you guys and just goes, "Hey, I understand this is a lot, but hopefully you guys can figure out who did this. I don't like this either. I don't want to be Dex as much as I can handle myself." And he even like kind of in a way hints that he got muscles. He big and strong.
Now, Octavia is quite literally the definition of naivety. So she herself has no suspicions of Warren. I, the player, have massive suspicions of Warren. But I will not play her as such, because that is not true to her character that I have written.
But okay, you guys head out, and Wolfguard takes you to one of the other bodies, and he takes you away from the crowd. Let me look back at the map, and you guys go past the bookshelf. Not book. Why do I keep saying bookshelf? Bookshop. And he takes you past the open outside theater and heads right, and heads up to what you can see as a bunch of people also watching around the area, but you notice that they're not like normal looking people. They actually look like they're there to protect the scene. And Wolfguard motions them to move up to the side to let you guys in. And you come into a very, very beautiful little cottage home. It's a bit big, but it looks adorable. Let me make sure. Is that? I cannot remember if that is actually the name of that.
No, the Hopping Theater is from the Shattered Seas. It's not a D&D thing that exists outside of the Shattered Seas.
Yeah. But you, as you are led inside the house, for the most part, still looks like how it would normally look. There's a table, it has some plates and silverware set up. One of the cups even has like water in it still. A little bit shallow.
Still.
It still has a little bit of water. It looks like it was sitting in the sun for a little bit, so there's like not a whole lot of water in there. And you go past the not grand, but a really nice staircase off to the side, and you go down the hallway as you are led by Wolfguard, and in front of you you are in this kind of like a living room space, and he shows you the bodies of what looks like a family.
Okay.
And you see these are, hold up, let me find my notes.
I, the player, am chill with this. Octavia, the character, is tearing up.
Yeah, it looks like just a regular human family. You see some young kids, could be younger than like 10, probably way younger for one of
Damn.
them. And they all have similar markings and stab wounds where they're all just kind of stabbed in random spots, but they all have the similar markings on their neck. And even examining that, it's clean. It's a clean cut.
Any familiar, like anything similar to the other victim? Is it similar cut style?
Yes, it is the same. I would say the bodies of Cloud and Coral had 3 slashes on their neck.
Okay.
The family has the same 3 slashes.
Okay, so this killer, sorry, not to assume it's a man, the killer has a signature that they leave for their victims. Wonderful. So we are dealing with a serial killer. Fantastic.
Yep. And
Well, in pop culture, the legality of this is D&D. This is D&D. We are dealing with a serial killer.
yes, it's without a shadow of a doubt, it's more than likely a serial killer.
Not only that, but they have a particular, they have a style.
But as
Hey, murderer, I mean they.
if you guys want to, you guys can give me investigation if you would like to.
Oh, of course. I mean, yeah.
13.
You said 13?
That is a
13.
13. Gotcha.
That's an 18.
Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, okay. So, for you, Auric, seeing everything around you, and you see both Elowen and Octavia, they're really studying the surroundings of the body itself. You look away from the body, and you look back at the floor, and you notice again there are bloody footprints, like literal footprints with blood on them, and it gets to the mat, and you see like a whole smear of blood just all over that mat. When you notice that, it kind of interesting, because it seems like this person does not want to have any footprints outside.
So bloody footprints in the location, but they stop in the location and they don't go outside.
Yeah.
Is there anyone physically in the building? Well, no, you said that these bodies are older.
Yeah.
That they were older killed.
But for both you, Octavia, and Elowen, as you're looking at the bodies and you're examining the cuts and the stabs and whatnot, you notice next to what you can assume to be the husband's hand is a large bag that says coin pouch. And when you look inside, once again, You see a couple silver inside. And you can only maybe assume that there might have been gold in this bag since it's a rather large bag. So, like I said, you can only assume maybe there might have been gold in here. Or maybe even something of higher price. Who knows? It's gone. But looking around more at the body, you do notice that the wife is holding a small piece of what looks like fabric that was torn. And looking at the fabrics, Octavia, you notice this fabric is, one, extremely beautiful. Like, this is beautiful fabric. But you also notice this is expensive fabric. This is like, whoever is using this, they're not fooling around with any kind of money. This is like worth a good couple amount of gold just to get a yard.
Oh.
So
So that gives more credence to the idea that there's like likely that the gold was robbed.
yeah. And whoever was maybe trying to pull on this fabric, one maybe might have it. And since you know that this fabric is expensive, definitely took it.
It's very unlike, like, if we see someone with a scrap of this fabric, then they are the killer.
Maybe. More than likely. And
More than, yeah.
and you also said you got an 18, correct?
I didn't.
Elowen.
Elowen did.
Yeah.
Yes. After looking at the bag, you look around a little bit more. And as you're looking around the room, you see a couple of broken items, like a couple broken vases. And examining them, they are also very expensive. And when you even try to like see about putting it back together, you're missing some pieces.
Huh.
And
That's odd.
And like I said, there's multiple different, what looks like different vases that were broken. Whether it was in self-defense or the person was trying to take it, but it dropped it. Who knows? I mean, you are missing some pieces, so there is that.
I mean, yeah, like, here's the thing. Like, especially with a crime of an entire family, like, there has to be self-defense going on. They're not just going to take it.
Yeah. But, yeah. It's the most that you can see. At least around the bodies.
Now, if you had, like, actual, like, forensic tools, which is his fantasy D&D, so we do not. But I'd love to see the order in which it happened to get a better timeline, but I feel like that's too pedantic for what this is.
I could say...
What do we... Sorry.
I could say, looking at the bodies, they both look like all of it might have happened very close together in time. Like, at least someone definitely got hurt first, and then obviously one after another.
Precisely.
So yeah.
Okay. So we know that the killer has expensive fabric that they've taken either in the struggle itself or as a token. Secondarily, we know that they have consistent signature markings on all of their victims' necks. Thirdly, we know that they use purple-green magic for their blade. Fourthly, we know that the killer has to be within the city because there's not others around. Fifthly, we know that they did this over the course of less than 3 days. And they have at least 6 victims? The 4 family members and then the 2 sisters?
Well, there is another body.
Okay, so there's the family. Is there 4 in the family or 3 in the family?
There is a total of 4 people.
Okay, and then the 2 sisters at the other location?
Yes.
So that is 6 victims.
6 that you know for sure are tied to this.
Now, I, the player, am going to ask you, are there any other crime scenes we can investigate?
Yes, you do know of the 3rd crime scene.
Okay, can we go there?
Yes. So, knowing that you know about these 2 crime scenes, and knowing that there is a possibility of another one, you can definitely ask Wolfgar to go see the other one. And if you do, he's more than happy to show you.
Okay.
So, I would assume all of you follow behind Wolfguard as he takes you to the other
Yes.
Mhm. area. But instead of taking you to a house, he actually takes you over to back down the path that you guys had taken, past the outside theater, down into the direction of where the tavern and the castle is, and instead takes you down one of the alleyways and leads you to where the cemetery is, close to the church for Zolo, the god of death.
Okay.
And you come across the presumably other body that is of a, let me make sure, of a dwarf, and it looks like right next to him is also of a dead bird.
Okay. Oh, great! So the killers... Well, actually, usually most killers go in reverse order of that. Typically, they kill animals and then people. Does it have the same injuries on the neck?
For the dwarf, yes. For the bird, no.
Ooh, so do we think the bird died of unrelated causes, or...
When you look at the bird, I won't even have you roll anything for it. Its neck is snapped.
Oh, of course it is. So it is related to it.
Yes.
Okay. Well, allegedly.
If
So,
If you want to do an investigation roll, you definitely can.
yes, please. Just a general checking in scene type roll.
Oh no, Blue Jay, I forgot! Oh my goodness, I forgot. Oh no. I see you typing. I did not realize about the bird thing.
Most likely a window collision. Yeah, the murderer's name is Window. The alleged murderer.
What are the rolls? Okay. I was just trying to make sure.
Fair.
Okay, so what are those numbers?
Oh shit, sorry, forgive me. I rolled a 19.
A 19. Okay. Elowen and Oric, if you want to roll, you definitely can. Oh, 11.
This is investigation, or
Yep, investigation.
Yes.
So we got
that's a 9.
okay, a 9, an 11, and you said 19.
Yes.
Okay. For you, Oric, you are just kind of just mostly just shocked with the kind of scene like this one. After seeing the body of the family and now seeing this one, you're kind of just like, oh, fuck, man. Can't even like focus on actually looking. You're just like, oh my goodness, there's just more.
It's a lot to take in.
Yeah, you're not really used to having to really investigate dead bodies. You're more of a protector, not a, "Huh, what's
Yeah.
this?"
It's usually more of a prevent there from being dead bodies type situation.
Yeah. For you, oh boy. Elwyn,
Yeah.
you're looking at this body, and you can only maybe assume that the bird could have just been a random bird that was here, and might have hit the building or maybe the windows. Because when you do look up at the building, there are these really beautiful what are they called? They are typically in churches.
Stained glass.
Windows, and they're kind of pretty. You can only maybe assume that that's how the bird died. It's hard to really get a good understanding. I mean, not many people have pet birds, at least here in this world. But for you, Octavia, as you're looking at this body, you're looking around, and you're kind of trying to see if there's maybe the similar kind of clues besides obviously seeing the neck and the stabs, trying to see if there's maybe even a bag close by, since it seems like that's the reoccurrence of, okay, someone's taking money. You don't see a bag, but you do see a little bit of what looks like a locket in the guy's jacket pocket. And
Okay.
when you go to open it, you see the not the picture, but like the drawn picture of the bird right next to it. And any assumptions that could be made lead you down to that was probably actually his pet that maybe died.
This killer's obviously ruthless, but like, damn.
I mean, he killed kids.
Yeah, that and the pet, like, damn.
Yeah.
Uncalled for.
Yeah.
Uncalled for, yeah.
Unbecoming of someone.
Yes.
Becoming, yes.
In poor taste.
Yes. But
Can you do a tasteful murder? Question mark.
no.
Yes. Just ask Horatio.
No.
Not in a way we discussed on a live stream.
Yeah. But so far, your only two things that do lead you to knowing that this is probably connected is those slashed markings along with the stab wounds. But you don't see any bag close by that
28.
could say that they stole anything from this guy.
Okay. So, we have now confirmed 7 victims. Well, 8 if you count an animal. 8 victims. All within the span of 3 days?
Yep. Or
My
give or take.
That's
God.
past fucking serial killer.
Well, no, this still technically. Well, this if they have never killed before, this would likely be categorized as a spree killer and not a serial killer. However, what's important is consistencies between the victims. One, gender is not consistent. Age is not consistent. Race is not consistent. We've had humans.
Sentience.
We've had, animals. We've there, other than the indication itself, and also even not the robbery is consistent, because we've only had one victim with money being held. So
For the sisters, they were also, their money was taken. It was only the gold that was taken.
oh, okay. So most of the victims, if they had money, most of it's gone.
Yes.
Okay. So consistency of the manner in which they kill, the markings in which they leave. If there's money, they take it, but that doesn't seem to be how they're picking their victims. Were all these murders done at night, or were they done in the morning? Like, what is the time schedule here?
If you, when asked, and especially by Wolfguard, he does mention how usually everybody finds out about bodies in the morning. Or in the case of the band, they found out a little bit later in the day because no one was
so
awake.
This is
enough.
likely someone who works during, like, if they're committing these murders in the dead of night, it is likely someone who works in the day.
Maybe.
Either that or it's someone who does not have a job. But for them to consistently do it at a pretty routine time seems to indicate that they have some type of schedule.
Yeah.
That doesn't narrow it down, though, because that's literally just a person with a job in the city, which, like, oh boy. You're gonna find a lot of those. But from what you have told us, and there is no consistent, like, the victims don't all have some type of hair color. They don't have, like, there's no visual consistency among the victims, correct?
Yeah, there's no visual consistency.
So then what this is screaming to me is crime of opportunity. It doesn't seem like these victims are ones that were pre-planned. It seems like they were victims who were available to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like the killer is planning which victims to go after so much as it's who is available. Frank, like, what a way to put it, but basically who is available to be killed, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that actually gives me a lot. So, also, God bless Octavia, the character who has to work through me.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know what I'm doing. She doesn't. So,
It's like whenever I have my
We-
character who is supposed to be very smart and very good at talking to people, and they're stuck with me.
no,
I had to-
Bonk, you
I-
are actually delightful.
I have to plan my speeches, or else it will come
Everyone
out bad.
does.
I can't just make it up. Make it up.
The
on
only
spot.
reason I improv so much is just because I'm so busy.
Yeah.
However, okay. So, if this was real life, obviously I couldn't be like, I need a boon. But I, a player, am going to very politely ask that we get some type of indication of, like, potential location of the murderer. Because I don't think our characters, even if we gave them all the time in the world, I don't think they'd necessarily figure out where the killer themselves is. So, like, with the most recent murder and the most recent witness, what direction did the killer go?
So far, in the case of all of that has happened, from what can be only assumed, since the sisters were done very recent, and when you look at the other bodies, especially the family and of this gentleman, I can say it looks like the family was more than likely first due to the decomposition of their bodies, and it seems
Fair enough.
like the dwarf was second. It's unsure.
So these sisters were the most recent?
Yes.
Okay. So money, yeah, okay, so that checks out. Okay. I'm going to ask so directly and game-breakingly. Can we please be put on a path towards the murderer?
I can
Like,
definitely
what
do that.
direction they are?
Yeah, I can definitely do something for you. So since the last time you had ever, I will say this, the last time you guys encountered any group of halflings was when you guys first came in and it was near the tavern. You can definitely go check back there to see if they are still around that area.
Okay. Yes, I would like to do that, please.
Okay.
If the other players are chill.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay. So you guys leave out through the alleyway that you were brought down, and you guys head back over to the tavern area, and going inside, you hear a lot of like chit-chatting amongst people, but when you do a general scan of the area, you do notice a couple of halflings sitting pretty far away from people, trying to kind of just like not be seen, but also I will say Roll me insight.
All of us, or
Yes.
7.
Eight.
Okay.
13.
So, for the most part, you can't really tell exactly what they're really thinking. For you, Octavia, you maybe get that they're maybe just watching people, maybe just doing people watching, but you definitely feel very uncomfortable with how they're looking at people. It's hard to pinpoint their maybe intentions
Oh.
behind their staring, or like what they
the,
could be
the
feeling.
killer themselves, or just people around?
They just seem to be watching the people around.
Ooh, okay, this person's suspicious as hell.
Well, there's multiple
I'm
of
going-
them.
I feel like Halloween is just a free invitation for the killer.
I know that fucking meme. I've been thinking about it every single time I've been saying it.
Don't let the killer get you.
Exactly. I want to. Who is the most suspicious looking person in the area? Like, who is being the most alert?
Well, like I said, everybody else seems very relaxed, very happy. Like I said, with those halflings, they are definitely the oddballs.
Which halfling looks the most alert?
I would say you notice one who has these very intricate, I don't know how else to describe it, like these weird markings on his face, and you even can see it a little bit on his
hello.
hands that are these really dark purple. Like
Tattoos or just magic markings?
they look more like tattoos.
Oh, well, at least the killer has style.
No, like
Considering they're purple,
I will say, I don't know if you had heard when
the magic is purple.
when everybody was first interacting with them, all of them have markings on them. They're all just slightly different and of different colors.
Okay, well, I'm going to go up to suspect numero uno, and I'm going to say, "Hello, how are you doing?"
He looks up at you and just goes, "What is your business? Why so cheerful?"
Bard. I'm a performer. I'm a bard.
Ah. Small entertainer.
Yes.
This is in where is this in?
This is on the other side of the tavern, close to.
Myself and the bodyguards are gonna just be sitting crowded around a table.
Okay.
So, what brings you here?
We came to visit this place. We had only heard of it since it was a safe haven for some people. We got curious. We've been to other places, they weren't as nice to us, so we figured here would be safer for us.
So, this is your first time visiting Central?
We've been here for a while.
Ooh, tell me about it. Like, how's traveling been? Staying anywhere fun?
It has been very dangerous. We had to come from up north, close to the mountains. Very dangerous spots. A girl like you could never handle it. It's hard
I'm
for
sure.
us. It's hard for us to handle it. I don't even know how everybody else could handle it.
So, you came from through a very dangerous path to get here. And you're visiting here for safety. Are you guys planning on moving here? Or are you just passing through?
We might live here for a while. We got to get a feel for this place. For all we know, this could be not safe for us.
usually do for work?
Oh, we do a bit of. Well, and he kind of thinks for a second. Well, when we were back at our home, we did more of stone work. We did a lot of building of things. We were hoping on coming here maybe to do something similar, but this place seems okay. Not a standard that we would really be okay with, but no one here needs any remodeling,
do
so.
you have like custom what's it called, masonry tools, like specialty tools that you guys use?
Well, we got plenty. We have our tools for carving wood and stone. Each one very well cared for. I mean, why would you ever need to know that? You're a bard. You are here for entertainment.
Well, you see, and she very gently takes her rapier out of its sheath, and she goes, I've been looking to get this blade repaired, but I really don't know what I'm doing, so I wanted to see if I could see something that it should look like.
I'm gonna look over. No, I'm gonna like quietly and suddenly look over at that and kind of note that a weapon is drawn, and kind of get myself mentally ready.
Yeah, I really don't know. So, like, what do you think?
Trying to see. Let me look something up just real quick.
I love my little actress so much. I love her so much.
It's time to engage fisticuffs galore.
She's out here like, oh, I'm so stupid, I don't know. And she's like, show me the murder weapon. Show me the murder weapon.
Oh, how do I?
Because, like, to be fair, Octavia is very stupid. But she
Are
knows...
Sir, are you aware that this weapon was used in a murder? It was used in several murders.
How the fuck?
You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? Has it been stolen recently?
Hold on. I just have to. I don't know how to spell this fucking word.
You got it. You're good. But yeah, listen, Octavia is like this usually anyways, so the fact that she's, like, intentionally acting like this is just very funny. Because she's like, oh, I know exactly what I'll do.
Let me find. I can't. I can't.
Also, there's something to be said of social presentation and how, like, it is sometimes, right? And this is actually a thing that often happens in real life. Some of the best investigators do not look like gruff old men who smoke 50 packs a day and, you know, sound like they've drunken gravel. Like, a lot of investigators are actually very high femme presenting people because you can get a lot of information that way.
Yeah. I will say, since you want to persuade him to, basically, so hold on, let me re-ask this. What are you having him do?
Showing him her rapier because she wants to see if he's dumb enough to show her the blade.
Can you give me a persuasion roll, real quick?
Oh, I mean, she's gonna auto-crit this shit, but, that is plus... That's a 22.
Okay, you ask him, and he kind of just smiles, and he's just like, since you want to see if he has a blade,
Mm-hmm.
He brings out this dagger, and when you first look at it, especially for you, Elwyn, you look at it and you go, wait, that just looks like a regular dagger? What? But it's still, you can tell that it's well taken care of, though. And you're just like,
Does it look consistent with does it look like it could have been the weapon that made this next?
no. It, like I said, it looks like a
So
normal.
this guy is just a normal fucking guy.
Well,
Either
he's-
that or he's smart enough to not flash the murder weapon.
Well, if you need.
But yeah, Octavia's gonna put that in her mind and she's going to go, damn it, but in her head. Also, she rarely cusses, but
Well, if you're needing to keep something nice and clean, like this one, typically you want to use a oil that complements the blade itself. You don't want to just use any ordinary oil. And you also need something that will always keep it sharp. You don't want to use a random rock. You don't want to do that. So typically what we like to use, and he brings out this, what looks like a, what are they? Like, it's a small sheet of fabric that is very shiny. And he goes, you take something like this, you rub it up against the blade, and it constantly sharpens it at all times. It's like a grinder, except in this form. It's very helpful. Our people made this, and we always carry it with us. I would give you this one, but I don't have a lot on hand. This is my only one.
Oh, I appreciate it, but you don't have to give me things.
Well, I mean, if you're wanting to take care of your items and your... He's eyeing the rapier. Especially something that beautiful. You want to make sure
Get
that
out of here.
it's...
Go to bed.
You want to
Go
make...
back to bed.
he
Aw.
heard Octavia. Oh, sending so much love. I
Go
am
to sleep.
towing the line between character and self.
She nods and she smiles and she goes, well, I thank you very, very much, but if that's your only one, certainly I can find one for
Oh.
myself. I don't want to take yours.
Oh, well, I think my brothers have multiple different kinds. Seymour, you have others of those, right? And you see the brother who's kind of standing closer to the wall, kind of behind the others. He just goes, yeah? You want one? You've taken 3 of them from me, and you keep discarding them. Why? And the one who you were talking to just goes, she needs one for her rapier. To make it nice and clean. That way it cuts almost anything. I know you have one. You use it for your blade. He goes, yeah? And why would I even want to give it to her? How do I know she actually knows how to use that rapier? For all I know, she's showing
Well, I
off.
can tell you.
She smiles, ecstatic in her brain at the idea of getting him to flash his weapon.
I can show you.
You?
Uh-huh.
Well, that is fine, I guess. And he stands up, and you see him actually pull out a dagger, but it also is slightly interesting. But when you take a look at it, it is the opposite direction of it. The one that
Is it consistent with the slices on the victim's necks?
it would be if it wasn't for a couple of, like I said, it is a reverse blade.
Okay.
And it
So-
has, it is used a little bit differently. You see him actually holding it a different direction. He's having it face close to his head. He's like, I use a different technique. It's not one that you might be familiar with. Unless you are trying to fight somebody else who does not use simple or advanced techniques.
Oh, well, you see, I am not
that well of a fighter. She lies through her fucking teeth. So, I'm not that good on techniques.
Then why are you trying to bother us?
Oh, well, just because I was telling him I'm curious about everything and everyone, and I want to be a better performer.
What, are you a bard that messes with swords and dances around with those?
I can. It's not my primary forte, but I could.
Well, let me let you know this. Bards that perform using their swords are... Well, I'll keep that one to myself. But let me just say, I don't like them. They use their swords to be flashy. If you want to entertain your people, you might as well do it any other way that you can. Whether it's with your little dance, or your voice, or some
Well, I can do
weird
a lot
instruments.
but isn't the point of performing to be flashy? And also, trust me, her opinions on performing is much more complex than that. But she just wants to be contrary. Like, she wants to see what he's going to say.
Using your sword, whether it is a rapier, a dagger, a long sword, hell, maybe you might use a mace, I don't know. You don't use it to entertain people. That is how you kill somebody. And you don't kill somebody
Oh.
like that.
Well, I never want to do that. I think killing is wrong.
Of course, killing is wrong.
She nods. I think most rational people would agree.
Of course. You either kill for self-defense or you're a maniac.
She nods again. You know, it's actually terrifying, but I've heard that there's been a series of murders in this town.
Of course. You see him put the dagger away. We've had multiple people assume it's us that did it.
Oh, that's not right.
I know. We had one lady yelling at us saying we killed her neighbors. Look, we sleep like any other normal people. We are not elves that sleep for short amount of time. We don't do that. We need sleep too. And we're used to the cave system, so we have a hard time of knowing what is day and night, but we know. We've been out here for days. We know the natural cycle of sleep. And people want to say we did it.
It's not fair that people are just assuming you did something based on your appearance.
Of course. If anything, if they're going to accuse somebody, they might as well go for someone who... Any kind of things for something like... I don't know. Drow? Dragars? People that are used to the night. Maybe you should not trust them.
I think you should trust everyone blind. No, she wouldn't say blind. I think everyone's a good person until proven otherwise.
You would say that.
Yeah,
You would say
but also same.
You say that so blindly. How do you know anybody else that could be bad? I saw those people you came in
There's
with.
nobody bad in this tavern. All my friends.
Yes. I saw those people that came in. How do you know the changeling is not going to stab you in the back? Or what about the elf? He may be wearing the any holy symbols of any other place, but how do you know he's not going to stab you in the back?
Well, first and foremost, he hasn't yet. And secondarily, please don't loudly refer to my friend as a changeling.
I know when I see one. I've met them. I've seen all of them.
Right.
You never know which changeling will cut you from behind.
Well, they haven't. And they won't.
You always keep your eyes on anybody, even if you're related to them. For all you
I'm
know,
not related to either of them, but I would trust them with my life.
foolish. Foolish is who you are.
Maybe it is. That's fine. That's your opinion.
If you have anything else meaningful for your conversation, me and my brothers would like to go back to what we were doing.
I believe I told you that I would show my rapier skills.
And
It would make no sense for me to not.
I was once interested. And now I am not. Good day.
Well, good day to you as well. And she turns around.
You see the guy just kind of sitting down and he's watching you. You do feel his eyes on you.
Now, me, the player, is the guy staring at her the guy?
No.
Is he the killer? No? You said, is the killer actually in the tavern, or am I being stupid? I thought you said that we were towards them.
You were given the hint of it could be those halflings that you had met.
Yes.
I'm not giving you answers.
Okay.
It's a
Will
murder.
there be will we know when we are, like, will you alert us to when we are nearby? Or, okay, so here's the problem, right? A tavern's a public building. People can be walking in and out. You wouldn't have the killer, like, just leave without us being able to, like, okay. When there is a puzzle, and it is a puzzle for the players to do, especially because we've gone through multiple different scenes, like crime scenes, not scenes as in play scenes, but crime scenes, and multiple different locations. My question is, it is very hard player side to narrow down a suspect if it is constantly changing. So, will we have the opportunity to have an unchanging environment, if that makes sense? Like, will we have the opportunity to have 4 or 5 people present, one of them being the suspect? And that way we can actually figure it out organically, who the mystery.
I will say I can definitely make this easy. A little bit easy.
I'm not asking for easy. I'm
just saying,
for
like, to make it a little bit of a
more accommodating to D&D.
Yes. If we want to do that, I can have us do a skip to where it is nighttime, and you guys are freely allowed to watch over the area of Sanctum. You do know where the last person was murdered, which was with the tieflings. You know where the other 2 were. You can definitely, at night...
So we're just patrolling this, like, street block?
Yes.
Okay.
We can definitely do that, if you would like to.
Yes, please, because I, Leanne the player, and Leanne the, like, basically, I need, D&D is very open world, which is a very beautiful thing at times. However, something like this needs a little bit of structure and railroading, and that's my opinion. It can be complete.
Yeah.
But I, the player, am struggling to make a suspect because of the constant transition.
It's all good. It was more so I knew of a time. I just wanted to see, okay, what more information can they get? And so far I will say you guys have gotten a lot. But like I said, we can definitely do like jump.
We're getting a good grade in murder mystery.
Yeah. We can definitely skip to where it's
Wonderful.
nighttime, since you guys do know that this person is striking at night. And so, with that, a little bit of help also is, let's see. I'm trying to think. Wolfguard will definitely be standing close to, the big area. Let me find the map again. Where it's a lot more open, close to where the tavern, the tavern you guys were at, along with the church for Zolo is. He would definitely be standing in that area just to keep watch as well. And another little question for, well, since you all are magic users, do any of you have sending or message?
I believe I have message.
Okay.
Neither.
Unsure.
Don't worry, Octavia's got you guys. She
Oh.
loves you both.
Okay.
She
Yeah.
literally told a stranger that she would die for you.
Yeah. So since you have, I can't remember which one you have. That you can definitely use if you need to. If something were to happen and you see it, you can definitely get to either Auric or Elwyn with it by either going, "Hey, I see someone. Come in this direction," kind of thing. Or if something is to happen to anybody, obviously it's going to be dead at night. Screams are going to be heard as well.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
fantastic.
So, if that is what we are going to be doing, a lot of a time skip. You guys are now at night. The moon is slightly not as bright as it once was. It's definitely transitioning into the cycles of the moon, and but the got all the stars. There's no clouds, so you are very much eliminated from and are able to see a lot of things going on. Um, you guys can either all go together in the same direction, or if you guys want to go in opposite directions, where one person goes further away from the bookshelf, close to where the tea things were, and then one other person goes and stays close to where like the outside theater is, and then someone else can go up and down the side where the farms are at and where the main theater, indoor theater is. If you guys would like to do that.
Okay.
Or like I said, if you all just want to stick together.
I mean, I think it would be reasonable for the party because, okay, they're doing a murder investigation. They're trying to find a serial killer. There is 3 of them. They have the best chance of living if they stay together.
Yeah.
Like, this party can fight and has killed literal dragons, but also, like, they would be foolish to separate.
Yeah.
Okay, so after probably talking to Wolfguard, letting him know what you guys are going to do, and him deciding to also stay out that way, if he also is to see someone, his voice can radiate out and he can let you guys know if he sees anybody as well. So yeah, so now you guys are heading down the path to start a little patrol just to see if you can see anybody or hear anything and try to get there as quick as you can. And hold on, this music is a bit too loud for me. I switched it. There we go. And as you guys, like I said, are starting this little patrol, you guys are kind of just keeping watch of every area, trying to see if you see anything, any little nook and cranny. And a couple times you kind of get a little spooked, thinking, oh my goodness, is this the person? And out just comes a cat just strolling by that even looks at you.
She's petting it. She's petting it. Every single time there's a cat that scares the party, she's like, pet, pet, pet.
Yes. And like I said, after a good while, it doesn't seem like too much is happening. And I would say as you guys are making your way back to where the open theater is, I can't remember who all has dark vision.
Octavia is a half elf.
I do not.
Dark vision.
Right. Elwyn does
I
not
do,
have.
60 feet.
You have 60 feet. Octavia, did you say you had dark vision or no?
He does.
You do. Okay, so Elwyn, with the guidance of the light from the moon, you kinda can maybe see there's somebody out there. But for both Auric and Octavia, though, you do see somebody who's kind of just standing around. Kind of just looking around. You do see, like, their fabric kind of swishing side to side a little bit. It's like they're kind of just watching and waiting and seeing. And they don't seem to have noticed you just yet.
Using the element of surprise to her advantage, she steps closer. Trying to just witness.
Okay. So you're stepping forward just to see if they still notice you, or no, or
Not enough. Like, okay, she's still in the shadows. She's just getting closer to get a better look.
okay. So you do take a little bit of a closer step. They still don't notice you. But
World
you,
War Taylor asked to leave murder scene.
yeah. But as you are kind of trying to see what's going on with this person, you see them stop. They're not looking at you, but you see them looking over at a certain direction. You see them kind of hurriedly walking to it.
I travel through the shadow, making quick pace to follow.
Okay. How about for you and Elwin and Oric? Do you follow close behind, trying to recreate what the Octavia's doing?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are closely following behind Octavia. She's kind of just making quick pace, and in doing so, give me stealth with advantage, since you have the shadows. What is this?
That is
21.
a
Ooh.
21.
2 21s. Holy shit.
80. Wait, hold on. What roll is this?
Stealth.
Oh. Hold on.
Like I said, it is with advantage.
Oh, it's with advantage.
Yeah, so we have 2 21s.
Right. Just.
Let's see.
That is a 16.
Okay. You guys easily are making quick pace. Person does not even notice you whatsoever. It's like they just do not care. They are on this mission. They're going for it. And hold on, I'm just trying to pick something up real quick. Let me see. Okay. Like I said, you guys are making quick pace. You see them just kind of really going ham at trying to get to wherever they're looking, and you see them stop, like a very quick stop, and you notice that they stopped at the very familiar house of the painter, and you see the person whip out this dagger, and you see it start to glow. You see them take it up to the window, and with just one hit from the hilt of it, after having been jammed into the window, you see the window just click, pop up. You see them trying to get the window all the way up. They're on their tippy toes for this one because it's kind of high up there. And as soon as they get it just high enough, you see them place another item as a wedge to the window. You see them hoisting themselves up onto the like ledge of the windowsill, and they hoist themselves into the building.
Okay.
Well.
Let's do.
What's the range on that? Are we within 90 feet?
I would say since you guys made really good quick with them, you guys are about less than 60.
Okay. Can I block his path into the building
Um,
with summon undead using the dragon skull? Unless you need him in that building.
I would say he kind of has already made himself into the building already.
Okay.
But he did leave that wedge there. So, you guys basically have a free option to hop in too.
Yippee!
Okay? So you guys all just take the opportunity to hop in too?
Yeah.
Auric will cast invisibility on himself and then
Oh, fuck,
use
the icon.
his
Icon King.
species Misty Step to get there even faster.
Okay, so
Oh,
So
guess who
teleport
else?
30 feet closer
Oh, wait.
immediately.
yeah.
Are you able to cast that at cast invisibility at 3rd level? Because I also have Misty Step.
As a matter of fact, I am.
Oh boy. So you're also gonna cast it on Elwyn?
Elwyn, yes.
Okay. Octavia, as you are like going to start heading over to the building, you look behind and you see Auric and Elwyn just disappear as you also at the same time see like the faintest track of magic going into the building.
I smile.
And as you do, you hoist yourself up into the I'll say it's very easy. It's like for a halfling or anybody shorter than 5 foot, it's difficult. Anybody taller than that, it's really not that hard. But you're
Maybe is one of my shortest girlies.
how short is she?
She is. Oh God, I think I made her 5'4",
Okay,
5'2".
that works. Octavia hoists herself up and she like belts herself into that window with no trouble. Almost knocking the wedge out. But you all are now inside the painter's building, and you, with the 2 people who have dark vision, you are looking into the hallway that led to where the painter is, and you do see light in that room. It's very dim, and it's kind of flickering, so he probably has a light, like a candle going on at the moment. But at least it's not complete darkness at the moment.
Auric will rush over as quickly as he can without making too much noise.
Okay. If you want to give me stealth one more time, but since you are invisible, you have advantage.
Yep. 23.
Holy shit. Yeah, you get over there, you don't even make a fucking sound. And I mean, also, you can't be seen, so there is that plus. I would assume for Elwyn and Octavia, you're going to be making your way to there as well.
Yes.
Yeah, huh?
Being stealthy, or just going?
Pardon?
Are you being stealthy about it?
Being stealthy.
Okay, you're being stealthy?
Yes.
She is the queen of stealth at the moment.
Okay.
Yes.
For Elwyn, you also give me a roll with advantage. Octavia, you're not invisible. Just regular stealth roll.
Okay. $17.
17.
Yes.
That's an 18. If
Okay.
I was supposed to be rolling, or am I not?
Yeah, you're rolling, and it's with advantage, so.
Yeah, I thought so.
Okay,
Okay.
so 18 and 17, you both stealthily make your way into the room, and just as you guys are entering in, you see the cloaked figure has now pushed the painter, and he is trying to make a scream, but something is stopping him, and you see the dagger in his one hand, and you see his other hand is glowing. Like he's using
Okay,
something to
so-
silence the old man.
Upon seeing this literal attempted murder, Octavia charges forward, rapier drawn, running towards the man.
Okay. I will say this is going to be a sneak, obviously a sneak surprise roll for everybody. So
Press
you're
round.
yeah, surprise round. So, Octavia, you are making your attempt to like stab him as well.
Not to stab the killer, but to basically like, okay, so you know how I said she's not going to use her gift ever unless it's life or death?
Yeah.
This is life or death. She's witnessing an attempted murder. She is going to use it.
Okay.
So she's running up, rapier drawn, and she Pink flames literally shoot from her mouth all around her hands, everything, and she goes, "Stop!"
Okay. Is that
It's command.
okay? Let me make sure I understand. Cause, ow, not Spotify. I gotta remember how command
It is a whiz save.
a wisdom save. Okay.
With disadvantage, because this is...
Surprise round. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Let me
Tee.
just see. Yep, target must succeed a. Oh, it's a wisdom saving. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ooh, that almost fell. Okay. Wow, we got the same fucking number twice. And what was the DC?
The DC for them, it should be... I'm reading this right. That should be 16.
Yeah, he fails. So he is stopped mid going over to stab the guy. And now he cannot
He's
move.
locked eyes with this man, and she goes, "Lay down."
Using it again? Or that's just regular?
No, it's still command.
Okay. Hold on.
I will note command is one word.
Oh, well then, floor? Down?
Kneel would work.
All.
Oh, Neil?
All it.
Okay, yeah, we can do.
You'll- Yeah.
Grovel. Blah.
Yeah,
Would
grovel.
never use grovel.
Grovel is
She'd
just-
use-
Target falls prone.
Yep.
They just go
Oh,
down.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then I suppose she would use grovel.
Okay. I would assume have to roll that again.
Yes, please, if you could.
Disadvantage. Holy shit. Oh yeah, he's down on the ground.
She immediately takes his weapon out of his hand.
As soon as you take that weapon, your forearm starts to shake as you're holding this.
She's going to fling it across the room away from everyone.
As you make me a strength, is that a
Ooh,
save?
it's like magic.
Yeah.
Is this magic weapon? Is this magic weapon?
Yes.
Teehee.
I think is it a strength save or a strength? Yeah, I think it's.
What would a 15 be?
Let me think. Yeah, you're able to. You're really drawn. Something is still trying to keep you, but you're able to overcome it just a little bit, just to throw it across the room, and it actually lands directly in one of the paintings that this guy is working on. It is
Oh,
square
well.
on.
It's better than his life.
Yeah. And you see the glowing of the dagger still pulsating. It is still kind of working still.
She looks between it and she looks at the man on the ground and she goes, Did you want to do what you've done?
I cannot. He's just panting.
She's going to... Oh. You know how I said I'm a sucker for good visuals? As he's on the floor down, she's going to... You know that, like, half-step kneel people do where they put, like, one knee...
Yeah.
Up? She, like, lunges down, puts her hand under his chin, and tilts his head up, and she goes, I didn't hear you.
That dagger. And you can see his hands twitching a little bit. But you also notice with his hands, it's not the normal flesh tone. of his skin
Oh,
that
are
you
his
can see.
hands like stained red with blood?
No, they are stained black.
Ooh.
Hmm.
And when normally you can see like the veins are blue in people typically, unless different race or dragonborn. His veins are red. And he's just like, it calls. It calls. It wants. It needs. It feeds.
Where did you find it?
I was. God's handed once. Gifted. They gifted it to me. He feeds.
Who is he? Let's not play games.
Let me go to that page. Where are they listed? What the fuck? Where are they? Oh, they're there. He is Charos, the god. War, suffering, vengeance, drive. He created it.
Okay.
And for you, Octavia, you hear that name, and you are actually, as an entertainer who worked in the theater, you know the name of Choros. That is a god of war, of both strategy and the aspects of war itself. And it is never known if he was ever a twin or if he has always been this way.
Fair.
He is not a god to mess with. He is not
Fair.
and he is not a good god. He is a bit of a
Fair.
gray / evil kind of god.
I mean, yeah.
And
Fair.
the stories that you would tell to audience is a story that may or may not be true of how the god of war did have a twin and how they both were not, one was the good aspects and one was the bad. One was of strategy and of the best sides of it, of war, and the other was the nasty side, the side that no one wanted to be part of. But it was told,
So war.
and it was told that Choros absorbed his brother after slaying him, wanting his knowledge. But it's never been confirmed if that was ever true. There are no records of that happening. But it is a theory.
It's more historical fiction than historical fact.
Well, it's a theory. Even
Fair.
trying to ask the god himself never goes well.
Fair.
Because one side, you get the nice, and the other, you get the one that wants to murder people. Yeah, basically Ares and Athena, but more of a twin aspect, brothers. So hearing that name and looking at that dagger, and seeing it still pulsating, something happened with this individual and that god. But this man is way either too gone or too crazy. There could be a way to get more from him if he was to calm down. But at the current moment, he is still a threat, but luckily enough, he is down.
Okay. So I look at this pathetic excuse of a creature before me, and I go, how many people did you kill?
He starts to say, too many.
Numbers.
He looks you directly in the eyes. What once would normally be white scleras and maybe normal color eyes, it is filled with just black with red, beady eyes. At least over 10.
All in this city?
No,
Or other cities too?
others. I followed. I followed my brothers. I followed
Do
them
they
here.
know?
No. They-
What type of danger did you think you put them in by doing that?
I was not as engrossed as I once was when we started. It only was a couple people.
Only a couple.
Along the way, I stayed far back. I didn't want them to suspect it was me. I feel bad for the girl and her party. She was so kind when she died. She tried to hide it. And once I was slightly aware, I took their bodies to the river. The sea
What do you think
goddess
should
will
be done?
accept them.
What do you think should be done with you?
He does not answer. He's just now kind of just staring off at the distance.
Why did you take the weapon? Was it some type of deal?
No. I was selfish.
You know?
I was a selfish man.
Did you know?
He looks back at you. His eyes are a little bit softer. And the red is slightly turning white. I know what happens when you work with choros.
So you took it anyways, even though you knew that this is what you'd do.
I thought I could handle it. I wanted
You're in a
I wanted to trade it.
But what could possibly be worth the risk?
Like said, I was a selfish man. And you hear the little cracks of the accent that his brothers had
Was.
coming through.
Is. So you know what you're going to do? You're going to stay here. We're going to get the authorities. And you will be put through whatever system of justice Sanctrum has.
Fine.
Oh, there is no fine. It's accept or die.
He does not respond.
She lets go of his face, and because she suddenly lets go of his face, it actually kind of drops a little onto the ground. She goes, "Coward," and she stands and she looks at the man who the whole party just quite literally rescued, and she goes, "Are you all right?"
Oh, you're asking the painter?
The painter, yeah.
You see this somewhat old gentleman. He's just like, I just... I should
You've
be
been
okay.
through a lot.
Yeah.
This'll take a long time to process. But you are okay. Was anyone else living here, or is it just you?
It is only me. I only live by myself, doing my arts.
I'm very glad that we came tonight then.
Yes, I am very happy you guys saved me.
I'm going to take a wild assumption that you do not know this man on the ground before you.
No, never met him. I think we made passing glances once or twice.
Of course. And she looks down at him again and she shakes her head. So, I'm very new to Centrum. When people commit terrible crimes, is there like a constable, some type of thing we could call, sending for?
I mean, whenever there's ever trouble at night, typically people run to wherever the councilman is. They live around here, so I can only assume one has to be close by to here. And when he mentions that, you do remember that,
Well, I'm not leaving him alone, so could you please run and get a councilman if you're comfortable?
yeah, I will say you do remember that, shit, I can't remember his name. Wolfguard is standing relatively close to where you guys are currently at. He's near the tavern.
Wonderful.
Do you tell him?
I also sending the victim to go get the. Well, like again, there's the party is 3, and she is most definitely not leaving Sky alone, and she's definitely not let leave by themselves.
Yeah.
It makes the most sense for this guy to go fetch the council.
Okay. So do you tell the guy that Wolfguard is close to like the tavern?
Oh, I do. I give him like the cutest Octavia, and then you take a right down this street.
Okay, and you see the old guy kind of walking outside since he may or may not have tripped, and a couple minutes go by, and you hear running and the ground slightly shaking a little bit as both the old man, the painter, and the as Wolfguard also come inside, and you see the shocked look on Wolfguard's face as he's just like looking at this man.
I look to Wolfguard and I point to the weapon in the painting and I go, under no circumstances let anyone touch this.
Then how do you assume we get it out? I mean, we don't want someone to take that.
Presumably
I may be able to
someone
help with
can-
that.
Oh, Oryx.
How so?
Always good.
Oric is going to cast Mage Hand and try picking it up by the blade that way.
Okay. Sid, me.
If that does not work, one of my guards potentially could.
Sid.
I was just gonna say someone should wear gloves and pick up the painting, but I think you two are a lot better at this than me.
Okay. Yeah, you can definitely do Mage Hand to grab a hold of the dagger and kind of just have it be there. Since it's not, like, actively trying to attack anything, and it's not that heavy. So, yeah, you can definitely do that. So, as you go and use Mage Hand to grab the dagger, you see it kind of just laying in the palm of the hand of the Mage Hand. And you bring it over, and even Wolfguard actually takes a close look at it. Just goes, huh. Those are very intricate designs. I should probably... I know a couple worshippers who could take a good look at this. I'll make sure they don't touch it. They know not to touch certain items, even if it is a...
I would suggest that this weapon is only ever handled in buddy system, and that nobody is left with it alone.
Well, we do have a couple areas in the castle that can handle magical items.
No, but I mean like transporting, looking, investigating it. I
Yeah.
heavily that is not left independent.
Well, like so.
If I were able to make a suggestion, I would take it to a foundry
A foundry.
Have it
and
melted.
encase it in a seal of molten metal. An enormous slab of slag. Hide it amongst several identical ones and drop them all into the deepest part of the ocean.
Well, like I said, we know a couple people that can just kind of. He kind of makes a weird motion with his hands where he's just like, encase it, and it basically is almost, in a way, impenetrable. I'm not familiar with magic, as I can see,
Perfect.
but we know a couple of people that can just encase it, and it kind of is not there until it's dropped or by the person or whatnot. We got a couple people that
Yeah.
can help with that.
Holding it for those 3 seconds was horrifying. So I can't imagine what it did to this man's mind.
I can only assume, but we should.
However, he is not guiltless, and she looks at him with such. You've never seen Octavia like this ever.
Yep.
He knew what he was signing up for.
Yeah.
And for the 10 people he's killed,
Ugh.
I want you to see to it that he is put to the full extent of the law here in Sanctrum. I am very unfamiliar with it. However, whatever punishment is deemed reasonable, he should receive.
Oh, trust me. Whatever the thing we did to those boys that were trying to blow up some of the areas of the cities, this guy's gonna get worse than what they got.
Those.
Yeah.
That clown posse.
Yeah. But he will 100% be punished.
At least they were good excavators.
Yeah. Weirdly enough, it was sound down there when we looked. I don't know how they did it, but I'm impressed.
Oh, I'm gonna do something horrifying, guys.
Oh boy.
She clears her throat and she goes, actually, I would like to propose a type of fund for those survived. Like the family members of the ones gone. My uncle, he is very well off and would love to pay for something like that.
Your
And I
uncle?
could easily ask him to do so.
Who is your uncle?
A man named Millis Honey.
Oh. About that. We'll talk about that once it's morning, but yeah. Let's first get situated with all this. Let's take this dagger to some of our well-trained individuals, and I will carry this guy. He's not gonna get out of me. If I can hold a fire ganassi in my arms as she is drunk out of her mind and her not be able to hurt me that badly, I can handle him.
Wonderful. Thank you.
I also like to note the fire ganassi he's talking about is Nyx.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, that has to be Nyx.
And Wolfguard goes over to the guy and you see him just easily just hoist him up onto his shoulders. And he kind of tries to look at the guy and just goes to that, whatever. Whatever your name is, you are 100% getting the worst punishment that we could ever offer to some people. And the guy just goes, okay. It's like, yeah, you might as well just only say okay. You can't get out of this. There's no way around this.
There.
I mean,
I love also, mind you, again, this is a lot of player bleeds into character of Octavia still wants there to be due justice. She still wants, like, she wants due process. She wants fair justice.
And also the Leanne trademark of I want to make a fund to aid the families of the
Yeah.
victims.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
You see, it's just rational.
yeah, but you guys, I would assume, all follow Wolfguard outside as he is carrying the man that has been doing all this,
The
and
murderer. The alleged murderer.
and
Although I was right with hemming him.
yeah, but I will say, as you guys are walking, and the blade is, I would assume, in the far back, definitely away from this guy. Whoever is looking at his face at the moment, you would notice that he is staring at that dagger, and you can see him mumbling something. It's hard to hear it because it's extremely quiet, but you just see him mumbling something. And whatever he's saying, Wolfguard, with how old he fucking is, and the weirdest good ears, you see him just adjust the guy on his arms and just goes, "Hey, shut up. I don't need you doing whatever you were doing. If you can do magic, shut up. For I have one of them back there try to shut you up. I bet they will do it.
With pleasure.
Because you don't want me to shut you up. You'd be breaking a jaw. It'd be fun on my part." And the guy just stops, looks at the back of the head of Wolfguard, and just looks back at the dagger. His face definitely reads, "I'm going to shut up now." And
Well, now he's smart. Now he's smart.
yeah. And you guys all now make your way back to the castle. And yeah, I think I'm gonna end it there.
Hell yeah, nice.
Oh.
It is late and I am tired because I didn't get that much sleep last night.
Oh, it's your one.
Good
Yes.
night, all.
Me
Good night.
neither.
Hey, chat.
Good
love
Good
to
night,
see
all, and
you.
goodbye, stream.
Goodbye, stream. I will be right
Goodbye,
back.
stream.
Yes. Oh my goodness. The session went so fucking good. Ah! I love it. I'm sorry for that scream. I'm sorry if I stuttered anybody. I'm very sorry. But yes, I am so happy that the stream went so well. I am ready for tomorrow. I'm ready for more things to be happening. I am sorry for the accent. The accent comes through sometimes. I do a lot of weird accents. I can't wait to do more weird accents for you people. Trust me, I don't like doing them sometimes, but they are fun. But yeah, I hope to see you guys next month on the first Tuesday of the month. And I can't wait to see you guys then. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye, stream. Bye-bye. Get out of here. Leanne, I know you're here. Go away. Never mind. I love you dearly. Platonically. But yeah. Bye-bye. Also get enough sleep. Especially for you, Barton. I know you're here. Sleep.